Will, were you able to get in with to get your nails done, baby? There we go. I had to get that so quick. Alright, let's see where we're at. I think I was on my way to work on I was on my way to unlock the stupid fence, dude. Excuse me. Excuse me. Make sure my I think this controller may be going kind of haywire. I've had it for a while though, so. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, Rebel, easy. So we can find any animals along the way. Like that one. Hey David, how's it going? Working today? Learned an interesting thing yesterday, David. Apparently, the new McLaren wheel, I can actually... Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that seems to have been going around a lot here lately, because I think it's just something Angie and I ate, though. We both had a little bit of a tummy ache here lately. No, that guy was not polite. Interesting note, with the next ATS and ETS release, they are going to have it to where you can have dual throttle and brake controls, which means I will be able to truck more, because I'll be able to use my hands like I'm doing with iRacing right now. What this little boy's up to. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Okie dokie. Trying to be a good guy. Whoa! Damn it. I was trying to be a good guy. It's getting better. It's taken longer than I'd have liked, that's for sure. Seems like as I get older, it's getting harder, but I finally can get it to about here without it popping, and so I'm fairly happy with the progress. You know, I've dislocated that shoulder, I think, 37 times now since 97. And each time it gets a little bit harder. And I went to the doctor yesterday, and she finally convinced me to go let another orthopedist see it, because the last orthopedist I let look at it was the one that did my knee surgery, and let's just say that didn't end as well as I'd hoped. So I was kind of the opinion I did not. Thanks, David. I feel so much better now. Oh, I was engaged to this woman, and we were at her hometown rodeo, and I've been bull riding and team roping for 2 years, maybe 3 at that point. And it's her hometown rodeo, and she's been apparently running her mouth that I'm going to beat all the guys that she knows and went to school with, and yada yada yada, and her ex-boyfriends, and like, yeah, okay. So she tells me right before I go back behind the chutes that, hey, she's been telling everybody I'm gonna win, and I need to make sure that I win and whatnot. I'm like, all right, fine. So I get back, and I ended up drawing a pretty decent. Well, thanks, buddy. I ended up drawing a pretty decent bull, and in an effort to make sure I made her happy, I rode a suicide knot and made my 8 seconds, and I did win, but I got hung up, and that was the first time my shoulder popped out. I was only hung up for a few seconds, just long enough to pop the shoulder out. So, actually, the only time I ever got hung up. I had a lot of other injuries, but the shoulder injury is the worst I ever got. And I know I've rode with guys who had a lot worse back then. So, and back when we were riding, it was old school. I mean, we didn't wear vests, we didn't wear helmets. Angie still gets ID'd too. In fact, when we went on our first date and she told me how old she was, I didn't believe her. I think I ended up carding her. Have a good day, David. Hope it gets better, buddy. I hope you feel better. See ya. Why does this seem like it's awfully quiet? Everything else. Cousin by marriage. If I have time, yeah, I'm good with it. I'll see what the day holds. I'd love to. I'm going to be the worst teammate you'll ever have. I can promise you that. Whoa. Okay, look, dude. Oh, shit. Why can't I greet him? I guess because Jose's talking to me. I know, I'm terrible. Hey! Hey! Now look! You guys... you guys. Yes, I am terrible at Call of Duty. Nah, I've got same settings I've always played with. I'm just not good. Okay. It's all going to come, Jacob. It'll come down to whether or not I'm supposed to have my daughter this weekend. She wasn't feeling well, so I don't know. If she's not here, yeah, I should be able to play right about then. And if she is, well, I'll be on the road picking her up about then. So, but I'll shoot you a message and let you know either way. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, made myself a note. What did I miss out on there, Thomas? Oh, I see. The haunting stuff. Yeah. Thought it was pretty cool they had Lilith from Diablo in there. What settings did you tinker with, Jacob? Good luck, Thomas. Oh, David, what the crap, dude? You just need to tell the make sure he's good. Just need to tell the wife that the priority is the sim rig. Always. Nice. Well, David, at least she knows where the priority is. You know, I've played so little of Call of Duty Online that I don't know that I've ever earned any rewards. If I did, it was way back when it originally came out. Shit. I apparently screwed that up. Oh, we gotta loot the house real quick. Food. Oh, please let there be money in that clip. Yeah. Of course, I like the apple. So what's everybody up to today, other than obviously playing Call of Duty? Well, there's obviously $45 worth of stuff in this building that I can rob, so let's see if we can find it all. Everything? Nowhere else to search up here. Nothing there. Ooh, Kentucky bourbon. Search the chimney. Always search the chimney. And that's why we always search the chimney. Aw, it's not gonna let me take the bourbon. Probably have too much of it already. Medicine cabinet. Fill up on snake oil. There's nothing else in here to serve. Oh, yes there is. Hell, I may end up with enough money to pay off my bounty. Going alright. What are you up to? Whoa. Alright, let's hop on me. Yeah, no shit. Oh, I guess I gotta go to the other side. Oh, excuse me. Get up there, you moron. I'm trying. There we go. Man, if I slept till noon, I'd be in so much pain the next morning. Uh-oh. Where is he? Well, shit. It is. It is. I played it when it originally came out, and my daughter's actually playing it on PS4 right now, and I really wanted to play it again, and alright, where'd you go, buddy? Come on. Controls are a little finicky, though. That's the one downside. Come on. I'm trying. Shit. I'm gonna have to restart the checkpoint again. Yep. Maybe I should just shoot this guy as soon as I see him. Yeah, that's how I do things. Nope. I think I actually own like let's see, I own the original and an Xbox One copy, the PlayStation. No, I did not buy a PlayStation copy, so I guess I own 3 copies. Because I have an Uber edition of it for the Xbox One. Yeah, that's the problem I run into quite often is getting used to the controller again for particular games. And like when I started playing this again on PC, I had just finished playing Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Controls are just different enough. Dead people. I think this guy is the fence, so. Oh, I only made $75 on that? That sucks. Alright, where's Seamus? Let's see if I can fence some shit here. Am I going through the side door, maybe? Oi. Oh, I guess I do have to wait till morning. Crap. Seamus better have some coffee ready, that's all I got to say. Alright, come on, Rebel. Hey, Richie, how are you, buddy? Going alright. Sounds like Jacob's going to get some folks together this evening for some Modern Warfare, some online stuff. I just waited until morning. Where the... Oh, look at the puppers. Puppy. Good puppers. Collie. I bet. No. Australian, yep. Why is this dude not here for me to fence stuff? This is pissing me off. Alright, let's see if I can find another fence somewhere I've been. Camp. Farmers. No. Dude, I have a bunch of crap. Oh, hey. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't. My bad. It's funny, Richie, I opened Discord, but I guess I forgot to join. Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. You're breaking up, Captain.
Oh.
Did you figure out how to get Discord to work on a PlayStation?
Well, hell yeah.
I had no idea you could do it on a PlayStation.
Yep. I think it's easier on a PS5 than a PS4, but yeah, you can do it on PS4. If I remember, there's like a workaround you have to do, but PS5 there's not. You can just do it.
Since when could you do it on a PS4?
Yeah, there's a workaround to make it work.
Huh.
Yep. Where the hell is the fence?
I can't.
Oh, there you are, Richie.
Play the new. I can't play the.
Alright, now I gotta look it up because this is really frustrating me.
I have to download it so I can play the campaign.
I did see that if you pre-ordered it, the campaign unlocked today.
Yeah,
What's he got to
I'm
download?
downloading it now. I already
Modern
pre-ordered
Warfare
it.
3, and I pre-ordered it, so...
I pre-ordered it. I'm just gonna download it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I done played the game. The beta part of it, anyway. I am a Call of Duty guy. I got flashed.
You got flashed? Was she good looking?
Oh, I was going to tell you this morning, Doug, I actually got the kit car inside of ATS. It's a mod.
Oh, nice.
But if you go over 100, you're going to get real squirrely real quick.
Yeah, they said it was based off a truck model, so... Hey, DP! How much money do I have?
Oh, damn, they're using a lot of flash grenades.
I cannot remember.
Oh, shit.
Look and see how much money I have.
Oh, yeah. I gotta do PG. Sorry, gotta do PG.
PG-13 will be alright. What the shit? Where do I look to see my money?
Your money should appear in the top right corner,
That's
as
what
well as your bullets.
That's what I thought. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I draw my gun, it will. Oh, that showed that. Let's see. If I draw that one. No.
Nope. Might have, well, it's been a while since I played that, so it's going to take me a minute to remember. I know when you're in a store, it'll pop up.
Yeah, I may just have to run back to town and because I have to pay off a. This is really dumb, but I forgot you have to pay off your fence, or you have to pay off all your bounties before you can use the fence.
Oh, that. Oh, I can't see.
Which seems like a really, really, really dumb situation.
Oh, you're way out over there.
After robbing that house, I should have a decent amount of money. I have a $300 bounty from getting that one kid out of jail, so because he was stupid. Oh man, I lost the deer. Shit. Just need to find.
Yeah, it looks like you're getting the hang of the controls a bit better.
Yeah, it's an adjustment. Next week will be really fun when I'm playing Call of Duty most of the week.
I ought to go back streaming my games, but I don't stream much no more.
I think you should. I guess Jacob is going to be on playing Warzone around 6 Eastern.
Oh.
So if I don't go get the kid, then I'll probably hop on and play too. Where? Oh, there she is.
Oh, you dropped shot and get shot in the ass. Oh, sorry. There's my PG-13 right there.
Jesus. Well, I gotta go let the dogs out real quick.
Who let the dogs out?
So they have yet to use the bathroom this morning.
Our pup is outside, so
What time is it where you're at?
it's about noon where he's at. They said
Actually, it's almost 1 p.m. now.
Oh, I think she's going the same place I am. Yep.
Oh, I got shot from that way. Nice. Yeah.
Ah, crap. I just killed this pronghorn and now I gotta give it up so that this lady can... Yeah, I'll skin it. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'll get a good skin. Ooh, a perfect one. Oh, well, sorry, lady. Thank you much.
Oh, these people can't play.
Is it that they can't play, or is it that you're just too damn good?
I'm not that good, but
Yeah, that's kind of like you saying, "Oh, suck a dirt."
I do.
Shit. Richie, I know better. I've watched you race enough dirt to know.
I'm not fast enough.
Yeah, that's why you're always up
Let's
there.
get on dirt. Have you watched Andrew's races?
I've been in Andrew's races. I don't know that that actually counts. A non-winged vehicle does not count, in my opinion.
Lord have mercy.
Those things
I'm
are...
just. It's a handful.
If you'll recall, I can't get one around the track. I can take a 360 or even a 410 around just about any track. I'm not going to be fast, but I can get them around. But my God, a non-wing sprint, I'm just going to die.
Oh, you know I hate that moment where you go around and you meet the whole freaking team on one corner.
Yeah. Yep. Used to play a lot of Battlefield 2 back in the day, and playing with a friend. We worked nights, and then we'd go home, and a group of us would get home and pop a beer and start playing.
Oh, I got shot. I got shot in the boot axe. Got shot in the booty.
One day we were playing BF2, and my friend from work, he was like, all right, I'm in position. And I was trying to get into position, walk around into this building, see a guy laying on the ground, shot him directly in the head. It turned out it was my teammate.
Oh my.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap, that's gonna find me. Where's it at? Where's that? Shot it out of the sky. Take your bone drum and stick it up your...
You tell him, Richie.
Oh shit. That's a cruise missile.
That's not a good thing.
These guys right here are pretty good. Why can't I get on that team? Oh dear God, chopper gunner, really? Where's that bitch at? Oh!
Huh. I wonder if this guy just stays here and I can come back from time to time. Alright, back to camp. Oh. Easy, Rebel. DP, did I see you were already on trucking, buddy? I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Friday. Hope everybody's just chilling and...
I'm trying.
Now, I know there's one, I don't remember which Call of Duty it was with, but there was one, a friend of mine talked me into playing a couple of years ago. I couldn't even tell you what game it was, but we were playing, and you're in this area that's maybe, I don't know, 100 foot squared, and it's just a bunch of damn empty trailers stacked on top of each other and shit like that.
Shipment. That's what I'm playing right now.
Is it? Yeah. I just got my ass handed to me. I barely got spawned before I get my ass handed to me.
Damn.
Alright, I know I needed a
You
perfect...
corner camping motherfucker.
You tell him.
So I just got back. Yeah, no, my only Call of Duty I liked was World War II and World at War.
Yeah. I like those older ones.
World at War was pretty fun, but I play them all for more the story mode and not the online anymore.
I do too. Oh. Is that my money or is that... Yeah, I think I've got enough to pay off my debt now. Or my bounty. Once I get to town.
Ow! Ow! Captain, I'm getting shot from all over.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good morning yourself.
Oh
Not
yeah,
too
I'm doing
shabby.
great. Just getting shot all over the place. Yeah, my thing up close is deadly. Oh, how did he survive that?
Okay, what am I missing here?
I think I'm
Oh,
the only one
son
that's
of a
positive.
bitch. If I had brought the whole pronghorn back with me, I would have been able to create one of the things, but now I've got to go get another perfect pronghorn.
Yeah, I'm hopping back on Spider-Man here.
Which one?
Miles Morse.
Happy 307th birthday, Ricky Joplin!
Oh no,
Who's got an echo to the stream?
that was me. Probably me. When you do the PlayStation, it's kind of
Yeah,
got
it's a
the
little
echo
different.
shit.
Oh, yeah, I can still hear it. Of course, I wear like Turtle Beach headphones, so
Yeah, rub it in.
Ew, Turtle Beach is garb.
not necessarily. Just depends on your sound preference.
I think a
You,
couple of them are okay, but I don't know. That's also because I'm a Razor punk. I really like Razor, so I'm pretty biased. And I also don't use headphones when I'm gaming, so
I do. I
yeah,
have to.
it's weird because like if I have them, like me and my wife are playing Call of Duty, like there's obviously an echo because we're like right across from each other. So it's like I just got used to not wearing it and having like an open mic on my desk the whole time.
Huh.
I like it. I got what's this thing? Elgato or some Gato Stream Deck thing. I don't know. It's the
Oh,
fancy.
Elgato, yeah.
Yeah, the Wave 3. Yeah, they make the Stream Deck that I have and all that. Doug, I'm surprised you ain't got one of those soundboards, dude, for your
Oh,
broadcast.
I'd love to have one. I'm testing some sound software right
Oh, I know
Dude.
Aaron's got I think it's an Elgato Stream Deck.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the Stream Deck is nice, and Doug, honestly, if I could understand it and set it up for streaming, I had like a bleep button for when I'd like really get out of control and say things out of control. Like I'd hold the beep button so I could say them still. Like you know how I get. Like if I said like the really raunchy stuff that I say, I usually bleep it out when I'm streaming.
No, you?
So sometimes I don't, obviously. Sometimes I just don't give a.
Man.
So tell me again why there's no racing tonight, even though it's Friday Fun League.
Well, because we only do it every other Friday because I have the weekends I have my daughter, I don't do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
This new info to me. Okay.
When we got, when her mom and I got divorced, the one thing, I had a couple of broadcasts on Fridays and occasional Saturdays, and I gave them up so that the weekend she's with me, I'm not spending the whole weekend working.
Right.
And then the weekend she's not with me, Angie gets that time, so.
I was going to ask you if you're available a little bit later on, Doug.
Oh, that again comes down to whether or not my daughter. If my daughter's coming, we'll have to leave the house around 3:30. If she's not, then yes, I'll have some time. For
oh no!
Alrighty.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
not,
it
forgot the
depends on how
load.
flexible you are. So it's
well, I can't do
It's
the
not a
splits
problem.
anymore. I can't kick over my head anymore.
I'm at like flexible with your time.
We were watching.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We were watching Highlander the other day, and Duncan was doing kicks up above his head, and Angie's like, holy crap, that's gotta hurt. And I say, no, but it takes about 1.5 years to reach that point. And she's like, holy crap, you could do that? And I was like, yeah, about 15 years ago I could. I can't now. I'd rip some, I would die trying to do that, but...
Man.
Okay, I'm medicated and done coughing, I think.
No, every morning I have a slight cough now for some reason, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But, it's just because I was sick a little while back, and, you know, just kind of now the side effect of it.
Yeah. I've had...
It's just that time of the year is all.
Yeah, I have to be really careful. I keep tea and honey around, because if I start losing my voice, I've got a big problem.
Oh, yeah.
Broadcasting's the only income I have right now.
It's because he has a weird fetish with honey. We won't talk about it.
I put it all
I mean,
over
Doug
and-
looks like the kind of guy that might.
You don't want to know where he puts it, man. You don't want to know. I've seen it firsthand, man.
Oh, man, Doug.
I cover Angie in it, and yeah, never mind.
Oh, brother.
Ooh.
I bet that gets kind of freaky quick.
Dude, that is one food you don't use in bed.
No, it's not. It is.
You ever see Four Christmases? That movie's hilarious. Where he's talking to what's that dude's name? That tall actor dude, Vince Vaughn. He's talking to Vince Vaughn's mom, and he's his friend from high school, and he's married to her now, and he's like, ooh, she's like they're playing that game where you like list things up and you got to name what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Charades, that's what it is, or not charades, something like that. It's a game like that, and he's saying to Vince Vaughn's mom, he's like, this is what I spread all over you that one time. And she's like, ooh, honey. And Vince Vaughn covers his face. He's like, oh, my God. And he's like, no. He's like, before the honey, after the something else. And she's like, oh, chocolate.
Whipped cream is the best, easiest to clean up.
Well, duh. Yeah, I mean, water bag.
Yeah.
I should just wear whipped cream out in public. I wonder what would happen.
Well, usually what happens to me when I do...
Oh, no. Oh.
Richie died.
Oh. Yep.
Wait a minute. I can fast travel there now, can't I?
Nope. Not allowed to.
Oh, you son of
I
a...
need to hunt anyway. I gotta find another pronghorn.
Babe, we gotta go find a box for this thing today. Let's open this email.
This is the dumbest concept. Now, Thomas, have you played through the RDR story?
I beat it, actually.
Nope, I have not.
Well, when you unlock the fence, you cannot use the fence to fence anything you've stolen if you have a bounty.
That's odd.
Yeah, and how would you get a bounty? By stealing
shit. No, right. Well, I mean, I guess you could just shoot them.
Oh. Yep.
I mean, that's always an option.
I had to go pay my $300 bounty off just to be able to go fence the crap in my bag so I can get more crap.
Huh.
Now I gotta find another pronghorn and kill him.
I hope they, with the second Spider-Man game, I hope they bring it to PC.
They are, but it's gonna be a year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I really want to play like the newer version of it.
I do too. Honestly, I'd love to see. I know they've had both of them on sale on Steam, the first two games. I'd love to see them put it cheaper or a bundle.
Right.
Dimensions.
Fuck.
Well, probably because it's a prepaid label made by them, they don't have to put dimensions. They don't know what size. But still, like, Usually there is. It tells you what the dimensions of the package are.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Huh. How am I supposed to get to that?
I got to box up a 70-pound 3D
Whoo,
printer.
came back and won that.
Why would you have to lock? Oh, is it that one you're having problems with?
Yeah, well, I told you what happened, right? They recalled it.
Yeah.
They like recalled it / it became obsolete fairly quick. Now, mind you, it's the newest one from this company. And I was like, so I told them, I was like, give me Amazon credit. And they're like, we can't do that because we're not Amazon. I go, well, that's bullshit. I bought it from Amazon. I go, you're a company. I go, you make, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars selling your Chinese crap. I go, I don't want a gift card for your guys. So I go, I don't want credit for your store. What am I going to do with $700 in mono price credit? If they have no 3D printers and their 3D printers suck.
Yeah.
So, they're like, well, we understand. I'm like, well, obviously you don't. And they're like, well, we can't do that. I'm like, well, you could buy a gift card online and send me the code for it for less than what you would owe me. I go, but okay. I go, I guess I'll take the credit and I'll play your game. So now they have another printer on there that's listed. So I'm like, well, fine, I'll just take the credit, try this piece of shit out until I can afford the $600 printer that I need off of Amazon. So, like, I have to start streaming and shit now because, like, obviously we're a new company. Like, our internet sales are non-existent right now.
Right.
So, I just paid $50 to have the fucking ad ran for 25 days. That's $2 a day.
Hey, Blake.
Which like 1.2K to 2.6K views a day.
Blake.
How's it going? It's not Blake Vegan. It's Blake Andrew. Or Blake Lawrence, sorry. Blakey Poo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo never comes by and says hi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's kind of a big, mean, poopy head.
Big mean poopy head?
Yeah. Or as my daughter would say, a poopy-faced tomato nose. I have no idea where she got that from. But
I don't even know what that means.
Sounds
offensive.
She started saying
totally
it. Hey, King 30.
Bro, I got pretty well traded last night. A, while we were doing that run on Truck Sim, and B,
You think? I mean, 8 shots.
I drank a bunch after. I almost drank a 6-rack after that. So,
Oh my God.
8 shots in like 4.5 beers. So that was pretty good. That was pretty
I
good.
would imagine you were pretty good.
And I did like 3 more.
I would hope.
After I got off the Discord. So
Sounds like me in my 20s. I mean.
Well, it could be you in your, what are you, in your 60s now? You could be you in your 60s now.
Oh, come on. Wow, my 60s.
He went there, man.
I can't believe it. I'm hurted.
I mean, I don't know what a woman in her mid-30s like Angie is doing with an old man like you, but hey, man, to eat
Damn.
Wow. Shots fired.
I'm just busting your balls, buddy. I love
Okay.
you. But you are the equivalent of you are the equivalent of like 100-year-old when you had your I'm not saying anything
Yeah, that's
about
true.
it.
Fucking camping ass piece of shit.
Yeah, kill him, Richie.
Oh, man.
Listening to Richie play is all, I could almost just sit here and listen to him play, not even play a game, just listen to him.
Huh.
Because it is that funny.
That's funny.
Now, see, I wouldn't call Doug old. I would just call him more experienced.
That's right. I have leveled up more than all of you. I am a higher level.
I know how he feels when he wakes up in the morning, so I'm definitely allowed to call him old because he probably wakes up some days and feels like he's like probably. Well, if I'm 33 and I wake up with this disease feeling like I'm 80 or 90, how much? So that's adding what, 60 years?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so if I add
Oh
60
shit!
Doug's age, I got what, 150. So yeah, 150. Yeah, you probably feel like 150 when you
You're
wake
not
up.
mathing today at all.
You probably feel like Bram
I bet.
Stoker
I
when
will
he wakes
be.
up from a little nap.
I will be
Bram
50.
Stoker.
I will be 50 in February. Thank you.
Will you?
Damn it!
You're younger than my dad.
You are a silver fox, Doug.
I know it.
I didn't think he was that young, Doug.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's actually offensive. What
But
the fuck?
you already have like that amount of pain going through you, though. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome to MS, dude.
Yeah.
We call this disease the school of hard knocks.
Yeah. No shit. I can't remember if I need to hold on to all these cards I picked up or not.
Oh, you do. They're very fucking important. The echo's not nice. I hate hearing my own voice. I got this sweet new wallet from Amazon. It holds my AirTag in it. So, because, I'm forgetful and I lose shit all the time. And it has a billfold in it as well.
Oh, nice.
And an ID slot that can fit not just my license, but my VA identification too, which I literally only have used that card to get discounts. I've never used it every day. They're never like, hey man, can we see your ID? Hey, swipe your ID to get in the building. I don't see what the point in them giving us the ID is other than, like I said, for us to get the military discount. The best part.
That's cool.
It's just a card. Just a card they make us carry in our wallet so we get, sciatic nerve pain when we sit on our wallet.
Wow, that's funny. Alright, what was my next mission here?
Yeah, I'm just going around in the Spider-Man game here and doing a bunch of extra stuff rather than just playing the storyline.
That was the first Spider-Man game. That was the thing I loved to do, was just doing the side quests and swinging throughout town and whatnot.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. That's why
I already beat the game, but I went back through and wiped out my save data and started a new game up.
I almost played Diablo today, and I went to open it up before I started the stream, and we're like, oh shit, it's got a big update, so... as soon as I get done
That's
streaming...
going to be a minute.
Yeah, as soon as I get done streaming, I'm going to start the update so I can play some this weekend.
Huh. Do you not have good internet to do both?
When does the vote thing?
Do what?
Do you not have good internet to do both?
Oh god, yeah. I could do both at the same time, but I didn't want to have my computer running both at the same time while streaming and everything else. I'm exceedingly careful about what I do, especially when I'm streaming.
Huh.
Yeah. Do they? Is this the year that we're supposed to go vote for president? This is right.
No. Next year.
That shit's rigged.
Next year.
It's next year? Okay, yeah, I was confused. I'm like, wait, is it this November 5th or is it next November 5th?
No, it's next. But
I was gonna say I thought so.
But
to me, it's always rigged.
I'm not gonna get into that online, but
yeah,
I will say.
I'll do that.
Hey, do you know what tomorrow is, Thomas?
May the 4th be with you? Or November the 4th be with you?
No.
I know you're a Star Wars nerd, so I tried to humor you.
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
what is it? What
tomorrow is 12 years.
12 years until sundown?
Nope. I'm gonna think about it. Something you and I have in common.
That you had
Yep.
your diagnosis? That's tomorrow?
Yep.
So oddly enough, I just realized mine was May 4th, 2010.
So you're
so now that I
me.
think about it, Mine really was May the 4th. I never really thought about it because I'm not, I also don't think about that when I hear May the 4th. But yeah, mine was May 4th, 2010, and I was looking at like a digital watch. It was 2:34.
Wow.
So,
I'll be back in just a second.
Oh shit!
and my friend started crying before I did, and it fucked me up for life. It scarred me. Yeah.
Huh.
I was fine. I knew I had MS. I was like, I'm fine. That's okay. And then my aunt started crying, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not fine, I guess. Thanks, lady.
What exactly is that?
What is what?
Just whatever you have.
Multiple sclerosis?
Oh yeah.
It's a neurological disease. It's where like your white blood cells, instead of attacking your brain, tells your white blood cells instead of attacking like the flu or any like infection, it fights your body instead. So your blood cell or your white blood cells basically become weaponized by your brain because the myelin sheaths get eaten away at your axons and neurons and all that shit. Fancy brain stuff gets chewed away. I used to know a lot more, but I kind of just become numb to it, and I don't really care about it anymore because it's a shitty disease.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and basically that's true too. Yeah, your own immune system attacks you. That's what autoimmune is. That's basically any autoimmune disease. Your immune system attacks your own body.
Yeah, isn't it fun?
Yeah.
It's sweet, dude.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I told Lex like when I go see this new supposed MS doctor, because he's like, well, we can do your ablation and your injections, because he tried to tell me that MS is a pain-free disease, and I go, bullshit. I go, I ate a fucking pain pill one time, and I go, it went away. I go, so don't tell me. He goes, well, you have the accident pain too. He goes, you can differentiate. And I go, yeah. I go, I've had MS longer than I had the car accident pain from.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, I can differentiate.
I get that with trigeminal neuralgia because they say, oh, it's nerve pain medication won't help. And I'm like, yes, it dulls the pain because I can't take any of the anticonvulsants. I have terrible...
Sounds like some of the doctors don't know what they're talking about.
You'd be surprised how many doctors, even neurologists, are, like in this area, all the neurologists specialize in strokes and something else. And the last neurologist I went to didn't know jack about trigeminal neuralgia and barely knew about MS. It was...
And they had a degree in this shit. They had to go back to school.
Yeah, so now in neurology you can specialize and yeah.
I gotta run. I'll be right back.
All right. They don't specialize in MS or autoimmune diseases unless they're... Whoa, what the hell?
That's a surprise, because you'd think you'd having that degree, they would know.
Yeah, you'd
and
think.
be well enough educated.
Lady, I did not mean to point the bow at you. I was trying to ask you a question. Oh my gosh. Come here, lady.
Oh, you intimidated the poor woman.
Lady, I'm trying to help. Where did she go? She's off in the woods now. Lady, if I have to keep chasing you to help you, I'm just going to shoot you in the head.
No, that's not nice.
I know, but I'm not a nice person.
Oh, sure you are.
Hey, it increased my stamina chasing this chick up the hill.
I've seen the first 10 minutes of gameplay on the second Spider-Man, and that's why I wanted it, because you could do quite a bit more in it than you can in this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think my daughter was talking about getting it, but because I guess her boyfriend has it. Oh, funny idiot. But she hasn't bothered. Well, she just got her PS4 back in September, so.
Right. Yeah, as soon as it comes out for PC, I'm going to end up getting it. Providing I have the money to get it.
The Miles Morales one is out on Steam.
Well, I got that one.
Oh, okay. The other one. The newest one.
Yeah. Yeah, the newest one. As soon as it comes out for PC, I'm going to get it.
I think it sucks it's going to be a year.
Yeah.
Because I went and looked it up. I was like, if I could get...
I mean, it can't be that... They made it on PC, so it can't be that hard to port to a PC, you know?
No, it shouldn't. Look, lady, you left your horse behind. I'm gonna take what you got.
I almost got all the underground cash drops.
Nice.
I'm working my way. If you know how the map is laid out, to just to the north of Times Square on the east side of Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I gotta go just to the border of Times Square and then work my way west again, and then all south of Manhattan. So let's see, how many more do I got to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 13 more cash drops.
Oh,
That's some pretty good progress.
Yeah,
I
I
think
just
you
started doing
started-
them today.
How many did you start with? Like 30 someone? Or was it 40? I don't.
Between them, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of those side missions that are like 30, 40 things you got to go do, and each one of them involves something.
I already got all the time capsules yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And then I did, between doing the time capsules yesterday, I was also doing all the crime reports and the activities.
Yes, those are fun. I had so much
But,
fun doing those.
Occasionally, they still pop up here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely keep you busy in the game, though. That's for sure.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, I just seen it right there.
Oh, I gotta do. Oh, shit, I should have kept the rifle. No, I'll just go with.
Yeah, I figure I'd add you on Steam yesterday after we got out of that convoy. But one of the other guys had to help me look up your profile name because I forgot it. And I was going to ask you, why do you have a D in the middle of your name?
Because it's my middle initial.
Oh, because that's kind of catchy.
Yeah. For a long time, I didn't use it, but then I.
alrighty.
Huh.
I got to jump off here.
Where are you going?
Eat
How-
lunch with the girlfriend.
I thought he was going to
I'll
say
be back.
eat glue.
Well, with Richie, you never know.
Later.
I'll see
Yeah.
you, Richie.
It's always fun hanging out with you guys. You kind of always have a good laugh, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe with gaming because, I'm used to people just, being all rude and nasty and not
God, yeah.
exactly,
That's another reason I never got into playing Call of Duty online, because I got tired of getting cussed out by a 12-year-old that's better than me. It just was so annoying.
Huh. Yeah, 12-year-old thinks he's all big and bad until he meets his match.
Yeah.
What's funny is, you're not really supposed to do it online, at least, because it's against their TOS. But playing Grand Theft Auto 5, I got tired of all the hackers and people trying to spawn and kill me and all kinds of stupid crap just messing with me. So eventually it got to the point where I just bought a paid mod menu just to protect myself.
Yeah.
And because it's a paid menu, it's undetected
Yeah.
completely. And now I have over $300 million in cash on there because I was supposed to do that. And then I have protections against online players that if they try to fuck with me, I fuck with them back. Except for my fucking with them, they don't like.
Yeah.
And when you get that occasional 11, even 5-year-olds play that game now, between 5 and 13-year-olds, when you get those in the lobby and then they want to try to mouth off, I just freeze them out or just kick them out of the lobby altogether. And there's no more of them, and they're gone.
No, yeah.
I mean, unless I want to troll them, then I just I don't do that right away. But what I will do is start blowing them up or caging them or teleporting them or teleporting to them and ramming them with stuff.
How's this kid running faster than a horse? Is he the Flash?
I don't know.
Yeah, I used to mouth back and troll a little bit, but man, it just got so old.
Right. It just depends on how often you do it and what the reasons you do it are for,
Yeah. Gotta be a better way to do this.
So, I don't do it very often, but when I do it, it's kind of fun. But then there's those days I just, fuck it, and I just get rid of them.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I hate about playing online games is if you're like me and you're just playing to have a little fun and some idiot.
Right. Well, and my thing about buying the Bomb menu 2 justified now is Grand Theft Auto Online is more of a grinding system that you gotta grind to get money to do anything in the game. And my thing about it now is I got so sick and tired of doing that because of how Rockstar designed their AI in all the games. I just said the hell with it and started modding in my money just to be able to get ahead in game.
Yeah.
Because I just got tired of it. I'm like, I'm putting thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in and barely getting a return or profit at all.
Right. Yeah, that gets old. And especially when you got guys that are just out there to, hey, I just want to role play and play the new story and try out new stuff. And there's guys out there, I just want to shoot everybody and annoy them. Those people really annoy the crap out of me.
Well, if you ever play Grand Theft Auto Online, man, look me up because, or at least let me know and I'll join your lobby because, like I said, I got a mod menu and I'm not afraid to use it. I mean, I can even go as far as, and I forget if I have it in my scripting now, but I can disable online traffic altogether server-wide.
Oh, nice.
And you know how annoying that gets.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody, like, even if you don't have the menu, you can still see what I see when I disable the traffic.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Is this idiot gonna fall off his horse or something? This is really...
I gotta find it again, though, because I lost the script to it when I had to reset my computer. But I should still have it somewhere. It should be easy to find.
Ah, crap, he outran me.
But that's why I like using mod menus, but Rockstar's not a fan of them. I guess it's because it eats into their bottom dollar.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down here. Right there.
Oh, shit. Had my aim off and the kid shot himself. Crap.
Well, at least he shot himself and not you.
Oh, yeah. I'm apparently trying to save the kid.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to shoot him in the arm.
I guess to get around in New York, the best way to do it is by metro. Unless you fly through the air like Spider-Man, but,
Yeah.
you know. Looking at the traffic jams everywhere, it's amazing how much traffic there is.
Yeah,
I did,
and especially when you're having to chase like a car going around and you have to chase it, and there's all that traffic. That got annoying.
I did end up putting a mod in here to have realistic signs everywhere and branding, and it's actually really cool to see Times Square with all the realistic logos everywhere.
I bet it would be. Alright, I saved the kid. Now.
21 of 35 underground cash drops.
Damn.
Yeah, it takes a hot minute to do all these. But apparently in this game, they set the police up where they're not as helpful to you, or you can't really interact with them, and that's why I really want the second one. It's because they changed all that around.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I hadn't looked into the Miles Morales one very closely, or the newer one, I mean.
Right.
Because I knew, I looked it up with the day it released to see if it was out for PC and found out it was going to be a year. I was like, well, no. Unless I suddenly end up with a bunch of money and get a PS5,
Oh, yeah, in the same boat as you, man. Yeah, I wish I had a PS5.
Oh, yeah. Most of the Xbox stuff I can get on PC, but I'd love to have a PS5 so that I could play games from both of them. I really need to break down and buy Forza Motorsport 7.
Huh.
Or just end up subscribing to that Xbox Game Pass thing.
Right.
But I'm going to have to get an external drive. Angie has that 5 gig external drive. She can put anything on hers. She can put a lot of stuff on hers with that 5 terabytes.
Oh, well, 5 gig isn't.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I got a 12 terabyte external drive for my PC, but I have a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah. I think I've got 2
Such
terabytes
as,
worth in my computer, and it's
Yeah.
not nearly enough.
Well, my internal on my computer, I have a 2 terabyte Samsung drive I use as my boot drive
Mhm.
with very few other things on it, and then my secondary drive is a 1 terabyte for all my games on whatever I don't put on my 2 terabyte.
Yeah.
But they're both M.2 SSDs. And then I have that external drive that houses a lot of music files, movies, music videos, extra software for .exe files for a bunch of crap, and yeah, just a bunch of software files. And then I have backups of the operating systems for like Windows 11, Windows 10 setup files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a lot of setup files and movies and music videos and pictures and stuff on it. So that's why I needed that's why I just opted to get the 12 terabyte, or
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, you would.
just to have that amount of space. And off of a 12 terabyte drive, 10.9 of it's free.
Wow. Hey, morning, Joey.
And I've already used 2.44 terabytes of it, and then I have 8.47 free still.
Wow.
Yeah. I needed this space bad because I was running out left and right. The thing is you get tired of buying drives after a while.
Yeah.
Just to upgrade the space. So when I had my stimulus check, I said, fuck it. And I really went for the sky on that for storage capacity.
Well, that's the way to go.
And I did the same thing with my PC build. Is this build, if I were to build it myself, it would have took me over a year to buy everything. I used my second stimulus check for it, and I spent close to $2,000 on it.
Damn.
Just shy of like $1,000 just on these parts, and then I put another $500 into it over the course of the next year. It wasn't cheap.
I really started upgrading last year, and The only thing original in my computer at this point is the case.
Right. Yeah, I could take because I have an Oculus Quest 2, right? I could take that Quest 2 VR device, hook it up to my computer, and play VR games right from my computer through the Quest, which is how good my computer is. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive setup for being budget friendly.
Yeah.
I went from having because I run AMD all the time. I went from being on an FM2 Plus platform for my CPU all the way to an AM4 platform, which is like you're talking DDR3, I think, for memory to DDR4.
That's a big jump right there. I went last year. One of the sponsors for one of the leagues I broadcast bought me the 4070, and I had enough left from that I was able to upgrade to 64 gig of RAM, and then I had to upgrade the power supply to go with it.
Right.
And so what else did I upgrade with that?
Well, see, my only thing now that I need is a better GPU with more than 8 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
But I want to stay AMD because I'm an AMD kind of guy.
I only use AMD processors, and I only use NVIDIA cards, because AMD cards a lot of games have issues with. Like iRacing has has had quite a few issues actually with.
Really?
And yeah, because every now and then, hey, not a problem, Thomas. AMD has had problems where I'd have to go back and look, and I can find a picture and send it to you, where last year they had multiple times when they updated, they ended up with these really weird graphical looks, and in some occasions it took like a week to get them fixed. So
I never had that issue, surprisingly. And I'm on an AMD RX 590 GPU right now.
Oh, that's not bad.
But that's why I said, like, it's not bad, but that's why I said I want to upgrade to, like, a 5700 XT or something. Something way more beefier, that way I can have higher FPS.
You'd be better off going with, like, a NVIDIA 4060 paired with your AMD chip.
Huh.
Alright, let's see. The only mission I currently have, story mission, is...
Yeah, because even in the Spider-Man game right now, I'm getting average between 80 and 100 FPS.
Oh, that's...
And when I play, I think it's Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh, yeah.
Or either that game or another one. And I can't remember it off the top of my head. But one of the games that, because there's so much going on graphically, it kind of drags my FPS down a little bit, but it's just still very playable, but I still rather have a lot more headroom with the amount of graphics I'm using.
Yeah.
And I went from my recent purchase to the system. Back then, I used to run only 16 gigs of RAM, and then I upped it to 32 for a little while, and that still wasn't enough because then I still was starting to do map editing through CodeWalker, which is a pretty heavy program when you start editing map files.
Yeah.
So since 32 gigs wasn't enough, I just upped it to 64, and I'm still going to push it and up it some more to another 64 set. But it's just taking a while is all.
Yeah, well.
And I had to get a new power supply recently because my last one I accidentally actually messed it up. I went and took the air compressor to it, cleaning it out.
Oh, yeah.
Spun the fan up so fast that it broke like 3 or 4 of the amount of blades that were in it.
Wow.
Which was like half of them. It vibrated so bad because of it. But it had like an eco mode, so I could turn that off. Eventually, I bought a new power supply, though, and as soon as I had the money. And now with this new power supply, because I think it's a Corsair power supply, if I remember right. Yeah, it's a Corsair power supply. It's an RM 750E power supply.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's got one of those new plugs for like the 4090 graphics cards in it or whatever with that one little bank of pins on the top of the card for the plug. I got one of those kinds of plugs now that came with my power supply, so in case I go to upgrade again, I have that plug should I need it.
That's a plus.
Yeah. Yeah, I've put a lot of money into my system, though. I spent roughly $170, almost $200 on just the motherboard alone.
Yeah, that's kind of
but there's a good reason for it and whatnot. It has because it's a gigabyte motherboard. It's got a feature on there called QFlash for flashing new BIOSes to the system that I could literally have every major component off of the motherboard and flash new BIOSes to the motherboard without even having a CPU or RAM in it or a GPU.
Yeah,
all it's got to do is have power and have a flash drive plugged into it.
Yeah, I can. Mine's got something that kind of does the same thing.
And then on board, it's got a reset button and power button built into the motherboard with a code readout too for troubleshooting.
I have no real good reason to put an engraving on this, so I'm not going to mess with it. Let's see what this guy's got for sale. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I pretty much spent a pretty penny on this PC.
I think in the last year and a half, well, since the start of 21, I've put well over $1,000 into mine.
Huh. Yeah, if I had to guess now, I've got extremely close to $2,000, if not over $2,000 in mine. Because one of the last things I got was a new case for it, and it wasn't cheap either.
No, they aren't. Excuse me.
But I waited a while too to find the right case that I wanted.
I have a couple of cases picked out that I'd like to have. Hey, Aaron. But
yeah, I like the tempered glass look on the cases, but the one I had before this, it was an okay case, but it was too budget friendly, and the standoffs or the screws that help hold the glass to the case were starting to strip through on the standoffs itself. I got tired of it, so I found a case that I have now that's a NZXT case that it has one screw in the back of the case to help hold the glass to it, but the rest of it's like magnetic almost.
Yeah.
On the side of it.
Those NZXTs are really nice.
Oh yeah.
They make some really cool looking ones too.
I tell you what, though, dude, the case I have right now has some really good airflow. The only thing, because it came with a fan in the bottom and a fan in the top, so I think it's like 2 fans there. I think I'm missing a fan if I'm not mistaken, unless it's not. No, it only came with 2 fans, but I got to get like 1, 2, 3, 4 more. But it has good airflow out of the box,
Right.
with just 2 fans.
I actually keep, now that I don't have any inside dogs, I keep one side off.
Huh.
Here's the trapper. I need to, where did I get that? I need to get another prong one. Yeah, I guess I'll run and do this other missions. Aaron, what are you up to today, buddy? Yeehaw.
Well, I almost got these underground caches done. I just got to go for 3 more of them.
What the hell's going on over here?
Eventually, after I get a nice GPU in it, what I want to do after I get that in it, I want to upgrade my monitor setup to like an ultra wide,
Oh, yeah.
but have it be big enough that it won't look like an ultra wide, but it kind of would, you know. But like, I want to get a monitor that's got like either 140 or 240 refresh rate on it, and really have a really good setup by then. But the monitors I've been looking at is like around $500 or so.
Right.
Right there.
Shit. I got arrested.
But yeah, I'm surprised to kind of see you got into gaming for a while.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing it since before most people that are streaming nowadays have been alive.
Huh.
I started
What do you think you're...
I started sim racing in '98.
Wow.
I'm back in the papyrus days.
So what do you think your first game you ever played was?
Palm. Not even kidding. The first game I ever played was Palm.
I like how you answered that too, because it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
can
like you
remember
remember
going
that
to.
like it's just like yesterday.
I can remember going to some of the bowling alley and putting quarters in a pinball machine or a Pac-Man machine. Man, when Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter came out, holy crap, those were...
Our local laundromat had the Kiss fucking pinball machine. They used to go up there and play it every day.
I have a friend that's such a big Kiss fan, he actually owns one.
Really?
Yeah, he's got
everybody in my family was like massive Kiss fans.
Yeah.
Fun game.
Yeah.
Especially that arcade in particular, because it's literally playing their biggest hits the whole time you're playing it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
I need to go over and play Francis one of these days. He only lives like 3 or 4 miles from here, but...
Yeah, if you've never played one, at least look up and check out and see one operate.
Oh, I've played one, but it's been... Yeah, I don't want to think about how long it's been since I played one.
Huh.
Yeah, you're pretty much jamming out the whole time on that Kiss pinball.
Yeah. Apparently it's become quite a thing with his family competing.
What was the name of that arcade we used to play to back in the day, where you were a cop and you stood there and you held the guns, the red and blue gun?
Oh gosh.
I'm talking like the first machine they put out that was like that.
Oh man, I don't. The first gun one I remember playing was Area 51.
Yeah, that was another good one.
That was great.
But yeah, my local laundromat, they had that Kiss pinball, and then they had that first gen stand-up shooter arcade where you're a cop.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that Area 51, that shit was fun. Our local skating rink had that one.
We have a place here in town. Well, not in town. It's probably 30 miles away, but they have an arcade. You just pay like $10 and you can play all day long. You don't have to put quarters in or anything, but they have Area 51. They have all the old Star Wars games. I can go in there and play the old Return of the Jedi arcade game all day without a blink. They've got the old, they've got all those old arcade games, everything from Pac-Man on up. They've even got Afterburner, the original one where you sit in the cockpit and you've got the throttle and the stick and... It's just great stuff. So what mods are you testing today, DP?
I just got through putting in the hater build.
I have heard a lot about that mod, but I've never really looked into it. I just know a lot of people use it.
If you it's external, but if you use it, it honestly can eliminate 3 trucks.
Really?
Yeah, because it takes that 379X that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Then it takes the Viper, and then it has the same modifications that the Res has too.
Oh,
it's all
nice.
in one truck.
Ooh, nice.
And then that hater build, when you download the pack externally, it also comes with a bunch of LED and beacon files in there.
Cool.
Which also work on trailers and other trucks.
It's a paid external one though, isn't it?
No, it's a free external.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it and that GD Everest reefer trailer that I run, both of those are free.
And I got really excited because I found out yesterday, or last night rather, that with the 1.49 release, you'll be able to have dual configurations for pedals. So you can have. So I will be able to use my McLaren wheel and do gas and brake on my wheel as well as in my pedals. So I can do just like I do. Like I have it set up with iRacing now, where I could start driving with my feet, switch to my hands at any point, and then if needed, switch back to my feet.
Oh, so what they're doing is they're going into the options, just adding in that second keybind there?
Yep, pretty much.
Like with other controls?
Yep.
I wish they would change a lot of the fucking settings in there too from being like momentary and switch a lot of them to be optional, momentary or toggle.
That would be nice.
So I know a lot of people that run like external DIY button boxes, a lot of their buttons don't bind properly. Like me, my ignition on and off, I literally have to flip my switch 4 times to get the truck on and off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, Angie's never had a problem with that with her button box. I haven't used one for this.
Well, see, I've got my ignition toggle push start. So you got a toggle switch and then you have a push start. But with the way I have ATS set up, I have my electric and my starter on. So in order to cut my electric on, if my box is off, I flip it up, it'll immediately cut it on. But to cut the truck back off, as far as electric, I have to flip the toggle down, back up, and then down again.
Jacob said
That's weird.
He needs to come and check you out.
Me?
Yeah, apparently he's got a thing for you. He wants to check you out.
Oh, yeah.
Send him some pictures with your shirt off.
Oh, yeah.
Save those other pictures just for me, though. Those are mine.
Oh, man. That's a bit messed up.
I know.
But yeah, then I'm testing the, have you seen the Road King add-on for the Kenworth?
No, I haven't.
Essentially, it's an add-on for SCS's Kenworth, the W900. And essentially, what it adds on is it gives you the customizations of, say, like a res build, where you can stretch the chassis,
Nice.
you can do custom grills. And then there was another one. Oh yeah, our buddy Souls, he bought a external mod last night, which is an engine pack mod that he bought.
Yeah.
And he was essentially, it's a 1,000 horsepower V8 fucking Cummins.
Ooh.
Yeah, the 600 Signature Series.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's from Z Mods. He bought it last night. Was testing it. Of course, it sounds like a fucking sounds like a 04 Dodge Ram.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I had an 01 Dodge Ram, so I'd kind of get a kick out of that.
Yeah, I still continuously kick myself in the balls for not purchasing the one I could have purchased. My uncle, he used to work for a tool company called Ram Tool.
Yeah, I've heard
And
of them.
he was a salesman for them.
Oh.
And the salesman, every salesman had their own company truck, okay? He had just got hired on like 6 or 8 months prior, just got his company truck, and then about 6 months they go through and they replace the whole fleet.
Wow.
And so they came up to him and asked him when they gave him his new truck, would he like to buy his old work truck? He said, no, I mean, I don't have any use for it. He's like, well, so, I don't have like several $1,000s just to piss away.
Was it a new truck at all?
Well, I mean, this was in like 2009. And this was
was the truck he already had a new one, though?
I mean, when he was offered to buy the truck when he got his new company truck, that was in 2009. The truck that he was driving was a 2004 Ram.
Wow.
Yeah. Short wheelbase, single cab, straight shift, dude. Fucking. When they asked him, he's like, no, he completely declined. They were like, you sure you don't want to buy this truck? And he was like, yeah. He's like, they were like, even if we were to sell it to you for $1.
Oh, wow.
They sold him that truck for a fucking $1 and signed the title over to him.
Oh, my God.
Really?
And so my uncle had that truck for probably 5 or 6 weeks and was trying to sell it for like $3,000, I think is what he was asking. And at the time, I had a built Civic hatch that I was trying to sell. I was literally trying to sell that fucking car just so I could get that Ram from him. So, I mean, that Ram in 2009 for an 04, the truck didn't even have 80,000 miles on it.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's the
All
dude
vinyl
supposed to
floor,
be?
dude. It was a work truck. Fucking straight shift, whole fucking nine, man.
I got an 88 Dodge Ram W250, and it doesn't even have 80,000 miles on it yet. It don't even have like 70. It's got like 62 or 65,000 miles on it.
Doug's heard about my Jeep. I got a 04
Yeah.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4.7 HO. It don't even have 100,000 miles on it. I finally posted it, Doug, for sale.
Did you?
I've had a bunch of people interested in it, but they're all of them trying to talk me down. I mean, hell, the Jeep's worth about anywhere from like 12 to 13 with everything that's done. I'm not trying to get my money back out of it. I literally have it posted for $8,000. The truck itself don't even have 100,000 miles. The motor alone don't even have 2,000 miles on it. It's got a brand new 4.7 in it.
Yeah, mine's been rebuilt.
Yeah, it's a Jasper crate, so I mean it's got a 200,000 mile warranty on it. They have a warranty on that motor.
Motor in my trucks, it's barely broke in. We had to replace the oil pan on it because it had like 3 or 4 fucking cracks in it where it was leaking oil out of.
Dude, I had something like that happen to me one time on my lowered Civics. It was a Civic
Well,
coupe.
that's what you get for lowering a car.
Well, no, it wasn't the fact that the car was lowered. It was the combination of the fact that the car was lowered and I had a big ass motor in it. I took a motor out of a Prelude and put in it. Which that motor is about 6 inches taller overall from top of the valve cover to the bottom of the oil pan. So once you get it set in that Civic hatch, you have to make drop mount. for it to set low enough so you can get your hood to close, or you're gonna be riding around with no hood. And so the drop mounts drops the motor like 3.5, 4 inches. And so once that 3.5, 4 inches, that's every bit of that's oil pan exposure beneath the car.
Yeah. You want to? I could tell you what. I could tell you what happened to my 01, but you'd cry.
Yeah, I hit a manhole, bro. It looked like the Hulk punched my fucking oil pan.
Mine was much worse. We didn't have because it was a 2500 and a 4-wheel drive and it had a factory lift on it. It would not fit in the garage, so we kept it parked in the front yard because our driveway was like downhill and our garage was flat. It wouldn't go in; it would scrape the roof. So the truck set out on the road in front of the house, and one December, what was it? I think 11th of 2015. We were getting ready to go to bed, and suddenly hear the truck start. And I'm like, wait, what? That sounds like my truck starting. And hit the light, went outside, and this Ford takes off. So went out and looked, and they had drilled in and unlocked the truck, and were getting it started. They'd switched the ignition switch out with one that they had a key for. So we went and called the police. They sent out the youngest cop known to man who knew absolutely nothing and said, okay, we'll make a report, and left it at that. Then waited a few hours, got ready to go to bed, and I just happened to look out the front door and see headlights stopped in front of the house. I'm like, what the hell? So I ran and grabbed a gun, and I grabbed my AR and hit the light before I went out the door. And as soon as I hit the light, they took off. And because our road was curvy and there were trees, I didn't have a clear shot, so I never put a round in them. So the police come back out. They send out the 3 most experienced ones they have that are working at night. They set up a perimeter so there was no way for anybody to get on near our house without a cop seeing it. Then about 4 a.m., the cops have this massive emergency call that they have to go on. All of them take off. And about 10 minutes later, the truck alarm starts going off. I run out the door. It's on fire.
Oh, shit.
They had broke the window. They just went ahead and broke the window. They got a Hawaiian punch jug, filled it with gas, threw it all over the inside of the truck, and then lit it.
Yeah, I'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, I just stood there and watched it. We brought the kid home in it. I mean, first date with the ex. You know, we were still together at that point, but had to wake the kids up at 4:15 in the morning. They had to hop in the car and go down the road. It was a horrendous deal, and it was gut-wrenching.
I can only imagine. I have the same issue with my Jeep that I was just talking about with the garage, and it's literally been sitting out beside my house in the grass for over a year now. Of course, I occasionally crank it up, start it, drive around the block, and whatnot, but I can't park it in my garage, which I have plenty of room in there to park it.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine had a similar story like yours, but instead of... his car was too low, so he had to park it on the street. And early in the morning, he heard like what sounded like a wreck out in front of his house, bro.
Oh.
He gets up, gets dressed, goes outside, and finds out that his lowered fucking EG like 93 Civic hatch was run over by a fucking garbage truck.
Oh.
Like, ran over. They backed up over the front end of the car, up on the hood, all the way up to the fucking windshield.
What the crap?
Uh-huh. Totaled the car completely.
Jeez.
He had a bunch of money in the thing. He had a CRV swap in there, a B20B swap, and he had VTEC head. I mean, he had probably $6-7 grand just under the hood of the car.
Did you see the video I posted the other day? A guy took a Chevy small block and put an LS top end on it. So it's it's the best of both worlds because the LS tops mate perfectly to the small block Chevy. So you get that awesome bottom end from that old small block, and I was like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's the perfect truck build for like a square body Chevy truck.
Yep.
That thing, it would climb up a wall. Which I had a 98 Z71 that would climb up a wall too. It was chipped, exhaust upgraded, intake upgraded. Oh god, I can't even remember what all we did to that truck. I could out drag race a Corvette, but it could still climb because it had we had swapped out the 4-wheel drive gear in it.
Yeah, I got a 73 Scottsdale with a poor man's 496 in it that we've built.
Really?
We go out. Yeah, we go out and hurt feelings and drag production built cars bought off the showroom. Like challenge all the new Challengers and Hellcats and shit. I'll run door to door with a Hellcat in that Scottsdale.
Damn.
It's old school big block, just bored to the fucking moon and back.
Yeah.
3-speed power glide. True, it's got a true Ford 9.5-inch rear end in it.
Nice.
Got 33-inch radials on the back. Bed's been cut and tubbed. Roof's been chopped 4 inches. The whole truck's canary yellow.
Oh man, I bet that is pretty.
Yeah, we had the whole. My uncle done the whole upholstery on the inside. It's all black and yellow on the inside, all yellow dash. I want to redo it.
Anything new looks like shit yellow, but those old trucks, man,
Yeah.
and old classic cars in yellow, they look. Oh crap! Now the police found me.
Yeah, we had an 81 Camaro back in the day, back when I was a kid, that my dad had, and it was canary yellow. And we called it Tweety Bird. Dad literally decked out the whole inside of the car in like Tweety Bird floor mats and
Nice.
all kind of shit and stuff. I love that fucking car. He got rid of it. I always wanted another canary yellow car, and that's what we did when we built the Scottsdale. We painted it the same color.
Oh crap! I'm still being followed.
So what?
Make this worse than it is. Yep, I knew I was gonna die. Gotta figure out how to get rid of being wanted over there. Okay, we're not doing that right now. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, bro. That Road King makes that Kenworth nice as fuck, bro.
Does it?
Yeah. It's got like all the grill types that you would see in the res build. Standard stretch chassis or custom painted stretch chassis.
Ah, shit. I bet I lost those pelts I was carrying. Yep. Damn it.
So was it I had it here? I forget. What's cool too about the Hater build is if you were previously running the Viper through Steam, and you put the Hater build in game to do away with the Viper, you don't have to redo and rebuild your trucks. It really takes the file place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't like having a... I am.
Change mods and stuff.
Yeah, because... Where the hell's my hat? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to get more out of the trucks that we had and also be able to do away with a couple too.
Yeah. Because I'll go play with like Justin Glover and Nathan, and then I'll play on their convoys, and they have like 20 some odd mods, so I have to build a truck specifically for that, and then I can't use it anywhere else. Angie's got a couple of trucks like that she built convoying with other people, and then she has to just kind of basically let them sit there the rest of the time.
I would suggest starting another profile.
Yeah.
That way you ain't got to worry about selecting and deselecting or changing and shit and whatnot.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that. Honestly, I'm probably going to do that when the update comes out, just to, since they're going to have used trucks, I may just play it straight up, no mods. Have a profile that just runs. Why do I have a bounty?
Yeah, I'm ready for the new like skyboxes and shit. I'm more excited for the new graphics than anything.
Oh God, yes. Okay. Let's see, where do I need to go to pay off this bounty?
Great idea.
I'm not even sure how I got the $5 bounty here in Strawberry, because I just paid off the $300 one.
Yeah, I remember what else I did. I was checking out that. Have you seen the custom Cascadia truck in Steam?
Yes. Yeah, supposedly. It's from there. Supposedly, they're building a Cascadia in game to be coming out soon. So one thing that's become very kind of funny since we started playing is now whenever we're driving down the road, and we pass like a truck stop on the way into town anyway, but it's now we're constantly looking to see what people are driving or what trucks are on the road and whatnot.
Yep. Go home. Wait a minute.
Wanted alive. Guess we're going to a buffet for dinner tonight, I just found out.
Hell yeah.
Since the kid ain't coming. It's an hour drive over there, but Friday nights is Mexican food night, so it's Angie's favorite.
That's mine too. I love some fucking carne asada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had Mexican on the way home last night, and then
yeah, we got a taco truck right here by our house, right in front of the flea market in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I usually try to go down there at least once or twice a week.
Nice. I gotta tell you, it's funny, when Angie and I started dating, for one of the first places we went to dinner was this Mexican restaurant that's on the way into town. And I was like, first time going to a Mexican restaurant, you never know if it's good or not. And she said, oh yeah, it's good. And we get there, and everybody there knows her by first name, and she has her own table.
Huh? Sounds like me. El Aradora.
I was like, okay. And man, if we go in there and her table's occupied, it ain't a good thing.
El Herradura out here by me, same kind of like the same deal. I'll walk in the door, they'll sit me down. He won't ask for no drinks, what we want or nothing. He'll walk away and he'll come back and have a picture in his hand with glasses.
Nice.
Yeah, he already knows the deal. And then I'll get the El Mariachi fajita platter, where you got the chicken, the shrimp, the steak, the beef.
God, now I'm getting hungry. I ain't ate lunch yet.
Extra fucking corn tortillas too. Oh man.
I prefer flour tortillas myself.
I just like the authentic flavoring that it offers with that food, you know. Like if I do like tacos here at home, I'll make taco the mix like you would see at a taco or at a Mexican restaurant or at the taco truck where they got the spicy vegetables and all that shit. And I'll do it here with flour.
Street tacos, I always want on corn tortillas though. Man, street tacos, authentic street tacos are the shit. Of course, having lived in West Texas, you know, I've had quite a bit of authentic Mexican food, so kind of miss living out there because I mean a lot of stuff around here is just Tex-Mex, and I kind of miss the authentic Mexican food from time to time.
Yeah, I love street tacos. My wife loves them. It's usually what she gets. That we figured out how to make the spicy carrots and onions and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and ever since we figured that out, bro, we've been making street tacos a whole lot more at home.
That's one thing about Angie is when she makes stuff at home, she does not like spicy food, which is weird that she likes Mexican so damn much, but doesn't like spicy food.
She's splurging, sounds like.
Hey, dealer captain. Mr. Clean. I ain't been called Mr. Clean in a while, thank. And I can't remember the last time somebody called me Mr. Clean, and I think it was probably my ex-wife.
Huh.
He really is, man. I love this game so much in the first one. I need to see if Steam actually has the first one, too. Excuse me. Well, I guess I'll finally get around to having Angie try Red Dead this weekend.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I ain't got much else going on now that the kid ain't coming, so never try that, and some Call of Duty this weekend too. That'll be hilarious. Where'd you go? There you are. Damn. I don't think I got him.
No, kids.
No, I didn't get him.
Don't have a...
Alrighty, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Oh,
I had to call up a few places real quick and see why they had my name still as an active title, even though I went and scrapped the vehicle a year ago. And apparently, the manager said that because they buy it for scrap, they don't technically have to take the titles to transfer them out of the person's name, which I find to be a bit shady.
Yeah.
Because regardless, you're supposed to turn the title in. They're like, oh, well, once we could actually scrap it and crush it, well, then we tell Ohio, and that's when they update it and all that. But, you know, technically, as of right now, I still technically could own that vehicle because they have the title in the filing cabinet, and it still says it's in my name.
Yeah,
I still get letters probably every 2 months from the title or the tag place here for an old parts Jeep I had back when I first got my Jeep I'm trying to sell now. And I scrapped it and kept the title. They keep fucking sending me papers like every 2 months trying to get me to register the damn vehicle.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't even own it anymore. It's not even a vehicle anymore, you know.
Right.
Yeah, parts. Yeah, that happens a lot when you have a parts
Yeah.
vehicle.
But where I live at, if you own a vehicle, whether it's functional, non-functional, parked in your garage, in your backyard, wherever, it has to have a current tag on it.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
And so that's the reason why they keep sending me that letter, that because they see it on file and it hasn't been registered in X amount of time, and I live in X county, and so they're like, "Hey, we gotta have this registered. We're gonna fine you." Da 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 da. I'm like, it's not a fucking vehicle, man.
There's always a
What am I gonna put a tag on? I'm gonna hang it on my fucking wall in the garage?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, I got a truck in my garage right now that I actually own that I bought last November with that money that I went and took my van and got scrapped from.
Hey, thanks for the follow, dealer captain.
So I own that truck now for about a year, and even though I don't have it on the road, I do have it registered because you have to. But, you know, I actually have the fucking thing in my possession. But as far as that van goes, at any point in time, I could technically just go downtown and file for a lost title and just get another one issued and say I stole in the van and go pick it up.
Right.
Because technically I still own that van.
Yeah.
As it seems. But yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. And what's funny about it is I have a working spare key to that van, so I could hook a battery up to it and just drive it straight out the fucking lot.
Yeah.
And speaking of Jeeps, there was a scrambler for sale on the back in April or May, I think it was. There was a scrambler for sale on the way into town, and yeah, I kept telling Angie, God, I'd love to have that, I'd love to have that, I'd love to have that. And every time, she's like, you want to stop and look at them? No, I can't afford to buy the damn thing right now. But I had a friend in high school, he got a scrambler, and then he put he got a blueprint from a NASCAR engine for how they built the NASCAR engines at the time.
Uh-huh.
And put that in it. And that thing was so powerful that we ended up having to box the frame on it because it would tweak the frame when you got on the gas too hard.
Wow. Oh, I was telling you about the mileage on my truck, and it was at 63,481 miles.
Yeah.
For being that old.
Yeah,
and it's a work truck, too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What year?
88. And it's actual mileage, too, because I did a history check on the mileage. Mm-hmm. Like a whole history on the whole truck itself.
Yeah, especially those older cars. They were easy to roll the odometers back.
It pretty much... let's just say the bed of it's rusted out, and I'm in the middle of replacing the driver's side floor pan in it right now. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I can actually show you a picture of it here in the Discord.
When he had that scrambler, we were coming back from, I think the Razorbacks had won, I don't know, some basketball championship. So we had gone down to the celebration in Fayetteville. We were on our way back, and there was heavy traffic coming through town, and we were trying to pass this car. It kind of boxed in, but had just a small opening, and instead of turning the truck, turning the Jeep, all he had to do was just hit the gas at the right time. It tweaked the frame, and that caused it to shift lanes.
Right. So the first pick I sent in general is before I cut the floor out the rest of the way, because you can see where it's rusted. The second pick is where I started cutting a nice square in it up towards the front of it. We're going to end up repairing the back end of this on the side where the seatbelt goes and all of that along the door frame eventually. Wow. Once I get the main section done. The main section I got to go up a little bit more towards the pedals and cut a little bit more out, but yeah, it was pretty rusted through. And then the second picture, you could see the actual part of the frame and the e-brake cable.
Yeah.
You know, that I actually replaced that e-brake cable too because it was junk underneath. I couldn't adjust it anymore, so I cut it and replaced it. Now I got a working e-brake again.
I need to take a picture of. Angie has I think it's an 03 or an 04 GMC. And it's just a 2-wheel drive, but her son was towing a boat with it. And he had dropped the boat off and I guess was going to work and got hit got hit by the guy, just ran off too after the fact, but hit him and it just dinged the entire left side of the truck up, like it's all caved in, and there's either the wheel is a little bit bent, or I'm not sure if it might be the axle may have been shifted on the frame. But here a while back when we were building her flower bed, I've got a picture of it I'll put in Discord later, but we were building one of her flower beds and we just decided to go get a load of dirt instead of buying a bunch of bags. So they put they have a skid steer loader at the nursery, and they put 2 buckets from that loader into the back of that truck. And the suspensions, I mean, it's 20 years old. She's like, I'm not driving this home. I don't think I can. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I drove my truck home with no rear brakes in it.
Well, we had, at one point, there was the front, you could tell the front tires were not touching the ground, and I was doing like 50 miles an hour. Just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
butt-puckered the whole time.
Right when I bought that truck, I mean, it ran like shit. I mean, the carburetor, all 4 bolts of the carburetor were barely hand tight. I mean, it was sucking in so much air, it was so rich. I mean, I couldn't believe it ran at all.
Yeah.
Needless to say, after I pulled the engine out twice, because the second time I had to go in there and replace the torque converter seal. When we initially took the engine out, we rotated it upside down to put the oil pan on the actual engine stand. That way it could be done right, and we knew it was on there really good. It still leaks oil, but it's coming out of the rear main seal and not where the pan is at.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Actually, I don't know if it even is leaking oil at this point, because I mean it does up in where the rear main seal is at, but I mean it's really hard to tell. It still leaks training fluid because the seal behind the drive shaft that goes to the that comes out the transfer case in the rear, that's where it's leaking. So I know it's leaking there.
Yeah.
I mean, being an old truck and everything, But needless to say, when we pulled that engine out and we rotated it upside down, we could tell it was already been serviced. But when my dad showed me, and I looked down in each board, the cylinders, past the crank area, you could see nice, smooth cylinder walls with nice, smooth cross hatching in them. But you could tell it was barely, and I mean barely, just broke in.
Really?
Yeah. So I got to... That drivetrain that is in that truck right now is worth what I paid for that truck.
Well, yeah,
if not
it's
a little
got
bit
that
more.
little.
I paid $525 for that truck.
Damn.
Yeah, and I've got another close to $500 into it already. So overall, I've got about $1,000 into it. But
still,
yeah,
the motor's still running that good, and only $1,000 into it. Everything else would be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really. I mean, the other day when I had it warmed up and I shut it down because it's starting to run lean now because I have almost no gas in it. But the way I could tell it's running lean is because when I shut it off, it tries to backfire on me a little bit after it's warmed up, or it does that when when it's running lean and I give too much gas and all that, and it starts to cycle through and burn a bunch of that off.
88, is it fuel injected or carbureted?
No, that's carbureted. It's got a cryojet carburetor on it, so it's got 4 barrels on it. And it's the kind of carburetor that nobody likes to touch, but they're actually really good if you know how to do them just right. But yeah, it's got the transmission it has in it. It's an A727 automatic transmission, and they are supposed to be bulletproof. However, some people think that they're not, because I found a bunch of metal shavings in the bottom of it.
Oh, yuck.
But that was just normal wear and tear from the clutches and all that. But I mean, it was used as a plow truck too, so it's, it still shifts fine even after I did a fluid flush on it, and I mean, it shifts beautifully fine. Hey Max, bye. I love you too. I actually got to go outside and run it for a little bit today, even because it's getting cold out. But yeah, I mean, just when I warmed it up the other day, I barely hit the key and it started right up.
That's a plus. It's still starting.
Yeah. Well, considering I put a lot of work into it, when I first got that truck, it had some really heavy gauge battery wiring on it, from like the block to the battery and the battery to the starter. It was super overkill for what I would have needed it for. So we took the grading of the battery wiring down quite a bit to like a standard wire now, and it still runs like it should. But it's a V8. It's got a V8 in it, and it's a 360 motor.
Huh. My Jeep J10 had a 360 in it.
They run really good, and they sound like. I got a Flowmaster FX exhaust on it because when I got it, it had a really poor exhaust, if you can even call it one. So I put a Flowmaster FX muffler on it, and it sounds great when you get into the throttle. Hey, boy.
Oh, this sucks.
What? What?
Oh, crap.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Somehow I've got to get through, be sneaky through here to go save this guy. This will be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and start it up and let it run for a little bit. Though it don't got much gas in it right now.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been driving it. I just been filling it up to like maybe close to half the tank and letting it sit.
I don't know, what is... Why does he have an exclamation point, I wonder? There's something here. Maybe I'll skip lunch today and just have a shake so I can eat more tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, let's see how easy it is going to be to start this thing. Of course, I don't know if you want to hear me start it over a broadcast or not.
It might get a little loud.
Just a little. We'll see.
This guy only has one horse available.
Give it a sec. I mean, you see how easy that is to run, though, right?
Yeah.
As soon as it warms up and I let it run for about 10 minutes and I shut it down and start it back up, it'll start up with barely hitting the key. I'm gonna go ahead and mute real quick.
Alrighty. Oh, I wonder if I need to eat something too. Okay.
Man, that sounds so good, dude.
What's that?
The JC's fucking sound effects add-on.
Oh,
Steam.
yeah.
The air brakes and all that stuff.
Now, it'll be interesting to see the graphics updates because Angie and I both have that next-gen graphics package, but we can't use it when we're convoying because it's a paid mod.
Huh?
So, it'd be nice to see. And I'm really happy because iRacing is going to start updating their graphics engine too, and their base code as well to make it run better for, newer systems.
You should be able to use that graphics mod in convoys if you start the convoy with optional mods enabled.
Every time I've turned optional mods enabled on, nobody's been able to find it.
Yeah, when they search it, when they do their search thing, they have to hit the filter up top and hit the optional mods on, and your convoy will pop up.
I see.
Yeah, if they don't hit optional mods, they won't find it. But we got a new guy that joined our convoy literally out of the blue one night, randomly, and we had the GD Everest external mod downloaded. He got in, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, maybe he already had it. We'll come to find out, dude was like 16, I think, or 15. He didn't know anything about external mods or anything. But he was able to get in. It prompted him to download all of our mods, and when he seen us with the GD Everest hauling it, he couldn't see the trailer. All it was a green box behind us.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh, they didn't see me. Good deal. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, no, come on, buddy. Come on, horse. There you go. Oh, damn, I almost fell off a cliff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, now. I'm seeing it now.
that spider horse. That's the only explanation. He was pointed vertically and still able to climb out of that.
He got suction cups on. He ain't got horseshoes.
That was pretty damn impressive.
Spider horse.
Spider horse. Well, it came up with a spider pig, so, Alright, now I gotta go save this guy. I wonder if I should. Let's save the guy. Oh, that's good.
Anyways, like I was saying, that first time running it, it'll without even touching the gas at all, to prime it. I just let the pump prime it for me, and it starts right up now.
Nice.
Before, I'd have to hit the gas like maybe 3 or 4 times before it'll prime, and it took it a while for it to start up. Trying to fight it. Right now I got it off and locked up after letting it run and almost warm up. Oh, but yeah, it runs a lot better now.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine.
It's just getting the rest of it fixed up and making it road safe to drive it.
Project truck, any project vehicle always
Oh yeah.
expensive and time-consuming endeavor.
The guy was asking $800 for it when I bought it, and I talked him down to like $525 roughly. Because he knew, he was on the up and up, and he knew the money was tight in both directions, and for both me and him. So, but yeah, it's got an 8-foot bed on it, a full-size cab, and a full-size chassis. Decent rig though. It's just it needs a ton of work into it.
Yeah.
Because somebody beat the shit out of it.
Is it 4-wheel drive?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I got the shit out of it.
Yeah, most of them too. You don't even see them anymore, like, at all.
Yeah, there's more or less there's more diesel ones than there are regular gas, because this is regular gas. But no, I bought it because of the mileage it had on it. I figure if it was that low mileage, even though it was a work truck and beat the hell up, the drivetrain in it would still be worth that. At least. But yeah. Let me get back inside real quick. Alright, I'm back in my room. Hi.
So what are you guys doing right now?
Trying to update the mod list in my Discord for the convoy.
Huh.
Which I've done so. I'm just now going back through and taking pictures.
Oh, Doug's back.
Alright.
Hi, man.
Where are we going here?
But anyways, yeah, you heard how loud or quiet that was starting up. Imagine me going into it almost full throttle and holding it down.
I'm sure it gets a little bit loud.
It pissed the neighbors off, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
I tell you what, because I had to replace right after the Y pipe is where I had to replace most of that exhaust. I ran it without an exhaust on it coming straight out of the Y pipe, and man, did it sound good.
That's my truck I was telling you about. It's a full dump with a big cam in it. You already hear cold start. It's just like your truck is. It fires right up as long as you let the fuel pump prime itself.
Right.
If you try to start it while it's priming, it'll fucking flood it.
With me, I had to try to prime it while it was starting before and even beforehand, just because on how bad it was set up and how loose everything was actually on it. So once I got it all fixed, it wasn't that bad of an issue, but it was just, getting everything fixed on it kind of deal.
Excuse me. Oh, goodness, excuse me.
Yeah, the way I got my dumps, they're on a turn down pipe right off the end of the header. The cut's perfectly level with the ground, so every bit of the exhaust, when it hits the ground, it echoes back up. You can hear it popping off the ground.
Oh,
Huh. Yeah, for it being a V8 and having a 20-gallon fuel tank in it, it's not that bad.
No. Mine wasn't that bad either until I cut the exhaust off of it and put a big cam in it.
Yeah.
Now it's like 4.5 gallons or 4.5 miles every gallon.
Jesus. Yeah, mine I think is stock, but I don't know how stock it really is.
You can literally watch the gas hand move while it sits there and idles.
Huh.
That's not a problem at all.
Nah, plenty of horses, that's all.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, with gas prices right now, I don't know how often I'd be starting that son of a bitch.
Well, it could be better if I put a peel in the MSD and actually put a tune in it.
Oh yeah.
I got full MSD, but there's no peel in it. There's no tune. It's just a manufacturer out of the box MSD tune.
Huh. Yeah, I kept mine all stock. Well, stock when I got it, I should say. But But yeah, no, I took a lot of the plow wiring harness out of it and all kinds of extra crap it really didn't need. The mount that the plow had on it for the front of it, I took that whole mount completely off the front of the truck. That saved me about 100 pounds worth of weight. And then I turned around and scrapped that, put the original bumper back on the front with 3 new bolts because the ones that were there were missing that originally held it on. Not to mention the ones that held that mount on for the plow stuff, all of that pretty much was rusted to hell. So, yeah. It wasn't exactly ideal to use rusted hardware again.
No, it really wouldn't be. And then it might just spread more rust.
Right. Yeah, I replaced all the hardware for the bumper in the front. I still got to do the bumper in the rear because the bumper in the rear, it's got one of those hitches on it that sits right where the license plate mounts at, and I don't really like that.
Bumper mounted hitch?
Yeah. I don't really like it. It's not exactly a standard hitch either. It's the one that looks like a claw.
You change it, just don't get a U-Haul one. Those things are ass, bro.
Well, what I was going to do is just rip the back bumper off altogether and replace it with the brand new stock one.
Or that you can get a roll pan and you can get the hinge mount for the license plate and you can do a hidden hitch with the flip down license plate. I got a roll pan on the back of mine with the flip down license plate, but I don't have a hitch underneath it.
My problem is the
I got a front bumper if you need a front bumper.
The bed on mine's rusted the hell out. Like bad rusted.
Yeah, that's the way mine was. My truck was originally the long bed dual tank truck. And so we deleted the driver's side tank, and then we put a 86 bed on it, a short wheelbase bed.
Nice.
We had to cut, I forget how long it was. We had to cut the access off the ass end of the frame of the truck to get that new bed to fit on there.
Huh.
But it was actually kind of ideal. We built it as a race truck, a street truck. And so it being a dual tank truck was actually kind of ideal, and deleting the driver's side tank. And all the fuel we carry is in the passenger side, so it's balanced.
Right. Yeah, if I wanted to put a ton of money into fixing mine up, I probably would, but it'd be a frame-off restoration all the way around.
The only bad spots on mine are the rockers in the cab, which the reason why the rockers are rotted out is because the roof's been chopped. And it don't have the drip edge around the window frame anymore.
Mine still has that around the top, all the way around.
Yeah, mine would too, but like I said, the roof's been chopped, which you have to cut. You have to cut the door in the center of the window to take out the center section, however much you're going to chop out. Which we took out 4 inches, and so in doing so, we had to delete the rain gutters on the windows.
Damn.
And doing so, if at any point in time that it's out in the weather or whatever, all the water runs down the door jamb and literally sits right there on the rocker seals.
Yeah, I wish I had the money to put into my truck and just do a frame-off restoration. But I'd rather have what I want to do, if I ever had the money to do it, is take the frame that is there and do a carbon copy of that frame, but put modern hardware on all the suspension, So it's got modern steering, it's got modern springs and shocks, it's got a modern... I want to keep it four-wheel drive, but I want to have disc brakes all the way around.
Right.
But have the suspension and the frame set up to be specifically that, and then put the old cab and bed back over top of it, just with all the body panels and everything being gone through. Like, I would pretty much make the body panels themselves, cut a bunch of shit out, get brand new doors for it because the doors were fucked up, and go through and reskin the whole cab, at least the bottom part of it where the floor is at, because between the floor and the firewall needs to be redone. In the rear section of the cab, those 3 sections need to be reskinned and done. And then
Have you looked
the
at
whole-
replacing the entire cab itself?
no, just reskin it with like new sheet metal.
I was gonna
And
say,
then
Wouldn't
I've
it
been
be-
looking at cabs myself. It'd be cheaper to replace the whole cab. Versus
Yeah, that's
doing
what
all
I was
that.
gonna say.
You can literally get a cab for like $400 or $500, bro.
Huh.
If you can find one in the condition that you're
wanting.
okay with, you know. One in a fairly decent, non-rusted out condition, you ought to be able to get a bare cab for anywhere from like $400 to $800.
But and then after I get the cab done, I want to get the bed redone because the both sides of the bed is like the whole bed itself needs to be ripped off and redone. Just to put it lightly. But I'd rather go back with the same bed and have a brand new tailgate on the back of it and have it completely, let's just say, dent free.
Are the corners rusted out in the floors in the bed?
I think I know the bulkhead's like completely rusted through. That's just done.
The
So
beds
it's
that
all
year
good.
they didn't put any drains in them.
Yeah, my bulkhead on that bed's just completely done. I need to once I have it drivable. What I want to do is put a flatbed on the back of it made out of wood, either wood or steel.
Those wood flatbeds do look good.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially when you take the fenders off of them
Yeah.
and just run a true flatbed, no sides. Does your cab have the recess antenna on the passenger side, where it goes inside the cab?
Mine just goes out to the fender.
It's on the fender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense because I've still got my Scottsdale cab on my truck. That's one of the things about the Scottsdale. Which I had to get a long ass fucking drill bit once I replaced the antenna on there because it's recessed down in behind the passenger door in that little B pillar section, and it goes down in the truck cab there. And so there's literally like a 3-inch pit down in there where that antenna bolts in, and there's nowhere for water to go but to sit in there. And so I got a long ass drill bit and literally stuck it down in there and drilled a hole right next to the antenna for water to drain out.
Interesting.
Where is he? There he is.
Use the bathroom.
Yeah,
Oh,
eventually
shit.
I want to. If I ever had the money to, I'd want to go through the entire electrical system and get a brand new stock wiring harness for it.
Well, there can't be a shit. I mean, it's carbureted and it's an 88. It can't have a whole hell of a lot of wiring.
Well, it don't, but the wiring that's there has been chopped into so bad that some of the shit in it don't work, like the dome light on the interior and the cargo light don't work. I mean, for the most part, the rest of it works, but it's just so chopped into and shit. I'd rather just do it completely from scratch, you know?
Yeah.
And the 4-wheel drive indicator light don't light up, even though I replaced the switch and put it down at 4 low and 4 high and 2 high. And, you know, I've went through the whole thing and it doesn't work. And I'm thinking a lot of that's got to do with I found 2 vacuum lines that needs to be fixed. That goes somewhere's up towards the engine. I don't know where, because of where they're at. Those need to be hooked back up, and I'm thinking that's the reason why it's not engaging or turning that light on, saying that it is engaged.
Probably.
But I don't know where those hoses hook up to around the intake manifold or anything like that, because they're so far back and disconnected, and you know. What I would like to do is find an exact replica of my truck that's in mint condition and extensively take photos of what needs to route where and how it's all wired in and all that.
Yeah.
Just that, so I got like an exact replica copy that I can go off of.
Yeah, that would be handy.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know. You might be able to find one at a car show. I'm constantly
Right.
surprised at what vehicles they have at car shows nowadays.
I just posted my truck in general and that Jeep I was telling you about, though.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. A Jeep is nice. The truck is even nicer.
Right. See, I wish mine was that straight on the whole right side, but mine looks nothing like that. Right where the right fender is coming off the hood in the front part of the door, my door is all kinds of jacked right in there. Like it's not a straight body line at all.
Does it have the right fenders on the truck?
Yeah, it does,
or the
but
right
mine.
doors?
I mean, it's got everything's right on it, but it's just so beat to shit that you know.
If you look really close at that side profile picture,
Yeah.
you can't really tell. If I was to take a picture right there on the passenger side where the fender meets the door, the hood meets the cowl, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
none of that actually lines up because that whole front clip is off of 85, where the cab is
I'll show you what
73.
mine looks
Oh,
like.
yeah, I see that. Yeah, you can just barely tell.
I'll show you what mine looks like on an actual, because I don't want to release the pictures in Discord itself. So right now I'm sharing my screen for you.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what it looked like from the front and the whole driver's side that you could see.
Yeah.
Well, before I bought it, I should say, I took off that whole assembly for the plow shed in the front, put the original bumper back in place of it, and it's got rust right there on the driver's side fender and door all the way back. I took off that step-up thing on the bottom
That's salt
on the driver's side.
From it being a plow truck.
And then this is what I was telling you about with the door right here. That's all original, but the whole thing just it's just all ate the hell up. This it looks better on photo than it does in person, but this whole section on the bed on either end is all kinds of wavy. Even up here on the fenders, you can see in the light, like right there's a dent, right there's a dent, right there's a dent. Like it's been beat up pretty bad. Yeah, this whole section right here is just all kinds of jacked up. Right in under here where the inside the bed is, right here and here, there's a big ass rusted spot in there on the bed. That's the rear bumper. That's the hitch I was telling you about. It's got. I want to pretty much take off that whole rear bumper and just completely redo it. This is this bumper from the other side, and right here is one of the sides of the tail light. You can see how badly damaged that is. The other side's worse. Let's see. This is underneath of it. This is looking up towards the front. But, I mean, this looks more like surface rust on the frame than anything. The frame don't look like it's an Atbatic edition, being an Ohio truck.
Oh, yeah, because you guys have all the salt and shit.
Yeah, it's just all from salt kick.
Yeah. So that the frame itself doesn't look terribly bad. This here would be the engine bay. I already ripped out all this plastic shit right here. That, and that is mostly out of there by now. I've replaced, not really replaced all the electrical, but I've went through and all that old wiring harness I retaped back up with new electrical tape. I went through, and this is the original starter wire that goes down to the starter, and that's like really thick gauge. I ripped out that and replaced it. This is how big the wiring was too for the ground. I mean, I've ripped all that out and redid that. It's no longer got that carburetor cover and air filter on it because I went back and put a stock one on it so it doesn't run as rich and pull as much air in the system.
Yeah, but now don't you have it running a little on the lean side?
Actually, no. It's actually running how it's supposed to,
Oh, okay.
being stock. Which I thought it doesn't
If
really
you pull
cut that
more air,
much
you got to
air
turn your
out.
fuel and your spark up.
Yeah.
So
You adjust any one thing, you have to adjust the others as well.
yeah, but I wanted to lean it out real good to where it wouldn't burn as rich and use as much gas.
Yeah.
I eventually replaced this starter solenoid, which is actually a solenoid, because I thought it was the problem, but it wasn't. But I replaced it anyways, just to be sure. I need to go through and replace the master cylinder brake booster combo all the way back to the pedal, because the pedal is so soft, and even though I've already bled the air out of the system, it's just got too much wear on it, so those need to be replaced, and the rod between there needs to be adjusted. It had a power steering leak too, coming out of that reservoir, but yeah, even the hoses here, since then I've completely chopped out like a good 4 inches off each hose and made it so it doesn't run over this tank as much.
I'm surprised it even has power steering. A lot of the trucks back in didn't.
Right. I put 2 belts on the alternator instead of just one, because they're supposed to, even if it doesn't have AC, which this truck don't, it's supposed to have 2 there. That fan shroud I accidentally cracked one day and it was junk, so I went and got a different one, and it don't look as nice as that, but because that's the actual stock one that was supposed to be on it. That hose is hooked back up into the intake manifold. That bolt, believe it or not, is supposed to be hooked into the carburetor, and it's not. So I rehooked that back up. Yeah. That goes over here to the canisters for the vapor burn off or whatever it's called.
Charcoal shit.
Yeah. So I hooked that back up, and I had to fix that wire that goes to that, because that wire on that devicing, whatever the fuck it's for, broke free just from being brittle. I replaced all the plug wires on it, because when I replaced when I pulled the engine out originally, I broke one of the plug wires off the plugs, and the plug wire was no longer any good. So I replaced all 8 plug wires, replaced all 8 plugs on it, so now it's actually running really good. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, to say the least. Let's see, when I said I did the research on it, I think, yeah, this is one of the reports I did on it, and it actually listed as a 3-speed automatic with the 5.9 V8. It actually, this is how I know that miles are actual mileage on it, because of right here. And this is when I had the title issued to me on that day. But I went back behind here and I looked, and it had this amount of like 59,690 miles on it, and when I got it, it had 63,000 on it. So that's why I know it's under 100,000, and why I know it's actually like real mileage. Because I did a title search and went through and did this is an actual like research behind it all. And it tells you exactly what it is, what the VIN is, and year, make, and model, and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like pretty in depth. And this means like the no brand report or whatever that is, just means that there's no like history of it being in, like, say, a flood damage, fire damage, kind of like that. But yeah, it's such pretty, other than it being pretty beat up, it's pretty good.
It's always cheaper to replace a body and everything else than the entire drivetrain, which seems to be working good. So
Right. Yeah, it like I said, I even fixed this taillight here because you can actually reorder those new. But I eventually, what I want to do is just rip the whole back of the truck off of it, redo the whole bed, fix the right door, maybe the fenders, and then fix the left door, and then it would be solid. Because other than the picture that I showed here in chat, other than this section, the rest of the passenger side is fine, and the tunnel up top is fine for the trans tunnel and all that. It's just the left side is ate the hell up. And there's like little spots up into the firewall that they've cut into to route new wiring and all kinds of crap in. And I want to patch those up, but I mean, I can pretty much just put like really thin sheet aluminum up there, and
hang on a second.
drill and tap the sheet metal to the firewall with like rivets. But other than that, this is what I started out with, and then I went and got into it that far. I need to go a little bit higher, like right below that mark right there. I need to go about close to that and just straight over, and a little bit more towards the tunnel and take just that amount out, and then fix back in here and take the rest of this out and restructure it. Other than that, I mean, it would be a pretty decent truck. And I've already got the floor pan for the top section here.
Drop-in pan replacement is what you got? Or did you get
Yeah.
one from another truck?
No, I got a drop-in replacement, like brand new.
All right.
It did come from out west. Did you order it?
I had to order it, but I don't remember where it came from.
I forget the name of that fucking metal company where you get those pan parts and stuff from.
I know I ordered it off of Summit Racing, though.
Yeah, they get it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got it from where I'm thinking about. They were always advertised on like Speed TV and shit. The company I'm talking about, I can't think of their name.
Huh.
Holy crap, this guy smokes 200 cigarettes in a day just to get the cards.
Just get to what?
There's little cards you pick up throughout the game, little cigarette cards that come in the cigarette pack.
I thought you was talking about in real life. I'm about to say, golly, bro, 200 cigarettes a day.
Most I ever smoked was 2 packs in a day.
That's me, yeah. I quit cold turkey, man. I hadn't smoked a cigarette in about 3 months now.
Yeah, I quit smoking cold turkey too. Of course, I dipped, so it didn't matter. But
Right.
I'm gonna make a call real quick.
Excuse me. Yep. Doug the Hater built too. It's got a set of stacks. There's a couple different sets of stacks. There's one where it's like, I think it's like antlers. That's what it says.
oh yeah,
Where it bends out and there's multiple outlets at the top.
nice.
And then there's another one that's called Gaddy, where it looks like Gatling gun barrels.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, and it's got the full chrome painted, non-painted, inverted painted, and then there's these other ones like the retro stacks where they have the flaps at the top.
Yeah.
That's the ones I like. But they got these. I forget what they're called. I have to tell you I thought it was kind of funny the way they named it.
They had one, and I've only seen it one. I've never been able to find it, so I don't remember if it was on the res built or not. But they had side stacks that just ran down the side of the body.
The Viper.
And I love those stacks. I just thought it looked badass, and I can't find
I
the
can't
right
remember if the res has
configuration.
it, but I know the Viper has it.
Yeah.
Nate's got a truck built that he runs and uses. I think it's the Res where he's got side stacks. But yeah, they have these big, like, you drop pumpkins down in these stacks. They're called
No kidding.
yeah, they're fat, bro. They're called Hicks style is what it's called.
Oh,
They're like
nice.
super fat, and they got them with flaps or curved or.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh no, the other, it's not antlers. It's called bullhorn, where they bend out at a 45-degree angle, and then there's another set that's bent at like a 65-degree angle.
Oh, that's cool. We're having dinner with Angie's son tonight. I tell Justin about it. He'll be like, "Can you come over and help me download them?"
And the Haterbuilt 2, it has customizable CB radios. Like you can replace the whole fucking radio.
Whoa.
And you got different plates, different lights, and it also has additional aftermarket slots for your shifter knobs. I have my steering wheels turned off, so I can't see them, but I know that this truck has a shit ton of steering wheel options as well.
Cool.
I'm back.
But like one of the shifter knobs, there's a revolver where it's a fucking revolver pistol.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other revolver where it's just the chamber and the bullets.
Yeah.
And then there's a brass knuckles set where it's gold brass knuckles.
That's awesome.
And then they have these other ones where it's called cat and hat, where it's a cat and it's got a top hat on. It's got different color top hats, and then they have all the different cue balls, pool cues.
That's awesome.
Well, do you know if your daughter's still come over, Doug?
Just found out she's not, so I guess we're going to dinner.
Oh, okay.
But then they have a Terminator shifter knob, and its lights glow, or its eyes glow.
Oh yeah. Like what movie?
They have the hood ornament too for the Haterbuilt, where it's the Terminator head and the eyes glow.
Yeah, that Terminator one. I think they had that same one in the first Expendables movie in Stallone's little black truck.
Uh-huh.
That is cool.
And then the other interior slots, when you hit the window sets to add the nodes for your window shit, it puts some up top, like way above your head, up on like the head area, the cushioned head area up there, where you're in some trucks it has the stock CD player or tape player up there.
Yeah.
And it adds nodes all the way across up there, where you can put like your the tablets and all that shit up top. Not on the windshield. I'm talking like up above the windshield, off the window.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Well, I've seen it. Well, I found out about it because there's this one dude that posted one of the community pages where he's put in like RGB speakers up there, bro. I'm like, how the hell did he do that? I'm like, man, that motherfucker looks up, got a whole surround sound and everything up there.
Holy cow! I better not let Angie know about that shit. And she gets a res built that, any truck that she is actually going to drive, not for one of her drivers, she'll spend like an hour customizing.
Well, that's me.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back like 2 days later and spend another hour
Yep.
fucking with the other nodes I never messed with. And the sound effects mod is dope. You can hear all the gear shift clicks and everything.
Oh, that's cool. What the hell? Okay, dude.
Anyways, yeah, for a work truck like that, I'm surprised at how much low mileage it has on it, just for being a plow truck.
My last truck, I had a 1500 Dodge Ram quad cabin. It was a farm truck, And when I bought it, it was a '08. I bought it in 2017, and it had 55,000 miles on. I was shocked as shit, but
Damn.
it was an old couple that had a little farm, and they used it to haul shit around the farm.
Yeah, right after I put in a new ignition lock in my truck, somebody pretty much assaulted me a little while ago, in September, or was it October? One of the two. And they stole the key to my mom's car, which wasn't cheap to replace, and then they stole my truck keys to that new ignition lock.
Yeah.
Thinking that they were going to try to steal a car and get away with it.
Yeah, them key fobs ain't cheap these days. Like
No.
$250, $300.
Well, I bought this one here that's a knockoff of a Honda key fob, for like $60 plus a $30 programming fee, and the guy only charged me like $10 to cut it, so that was $40 altogether. But I mean, I got it all done in one day, and key works like it should.
I'm dreading the day we ever have to replace the key fobs on Angie's. She's got a 21 CRV.
Well, just be glad it was the key fob that got stolen, and it wasn't the fact that he got in the car and done something with the ignition.
Since he has the key now, even though he has that key and it still works for that lock cylinder, he won't be able to start it. Because that key's been completely erased from the door locks and completely erased out of the computer.
Yeah, it had to be reprogrammed with a new key.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I had this guy, which my car didn't get broken into. My car was parked at the shop where I work at, and they needed to move my car, which our parking lot stays pretty packed because it's small. Keep in mind, I work for a landscaping company, so they don't spend too much money on making parking lots for their company. You know, most of the yard is the yard, and so they had to move my car to let the garbage truck come in to dump our garbage. And so I always left my keys there on my boss's desk. Well, he sent our shop guy out there to move my fucking car. Well, he grabbed another set of Honda keys, not my Honda key. Goes out to my car, uses this is an old ass just Honda key. It ain't a fob. And he tries getting that key, puts it in my fucking ignition, ends up breaking my whole goddamn ignition in the car, dude.
Wow.
And so I had to buy a whole new ignition, all new key fobs, and everything.
Damn.
Oh.
I'd have made him pay
it was like almost $700 for everything that I needed.
Well, I would have made him pay for it though, because that was his fault.
Yeah, I mean that don't get me wrong, that's what ended up happening. But right then at the spot, I mean, I had to fork out the money to get my one and only way of transportation at the time back going.
Wow.
But I eventually got my boss worked with him and worked with me because he didn't have the money just to outright give me to replace my.
It's like it's coming out of your paycheck.
Yeah, that's what he did. He split it up and took it out of his paycheck for him.
Right. Yeah, if we had to replace all the locks in my dad's car plus all 3 keys, it'd cost $1,500 to have all of it replaced and reprogrammed.
See, I mean, I'm a mechanic. He's supposed to be the shop mechanic. I mean, I know it's small engines, but dude, you're a mechanic. When at what point do you realize that you're using the wrong damn key?
Right.
It don't fit in the hole, bro. Like it won't go.
Like stop trying to force it.
It's literally you go. It's just a tip that goes in. It won't go any further.
Just the tip.
Right. And he tried to force it in and it wouldn't fit.
Where's Nicole at when we need her, huh, Doug?
Yeah, I know, right?
How do you not know that that's the wrong fucking key? Like any bright mind, like my dad goes to put his truck key in the car key ignition because it's identical, but the key don't fit, and he's like, "Well, I'm not going to force it in."
He ended up getting the whole key in because we disassembled that mechanism, dude, and all 6 pins were bent.
Oh,
damn,
shit.
really?
Yeah, all 6 were bent. I'm like, dude, what was you doing after you had a hammer out there trying to put the key in the car? Now, how you bend every
At what
pin in the
point-
key mechanism?
At what point do you not think it's going to fit?
Yeah, I was mad, bro. I was super. I had to drive one of the beat up ass work trucks home that night, man. I was mad.
Wow. I bet your boss was understood.
He did. He immediately handed me the keys to the work truck, and he was like, "Please just leave. Please just." He knew I was about to kill somebody. You mess with my car, it's just like fuck on my kid, bro. That's a major no-no.
Oh yeah. Well, at least he was understandably like, hey, yeah, just take the truck and go.
Yeah.
Let's see, which leg am I supposed to be on?
Yeah, I had to drive it's our gas truck. It never gets hooked to a trailer. It's got a gas tank in the bed.
What y'all doing?
I'm
Yes,
just trucking, been shooting shit with
Watching.
them. Just in here hanging out. Oh yeah, I forgot to flip back over. I went to post pictures in the Discord via my phone and didn't flip it back over for his view time.
Oh, there we go. Is this the
I've been watching a lot of your old streams too, Doug. Nights that I've been on here, trying to help you get some of that view time in.
Appreciate it. Alright.
Last couple nights you've been on and live that I've been on, my phone's inconveniently been dead.
You gotta love it.
Well, I got like 1, 2, 3. I got 4 smart devices right here on my sim rig that are for my sim rig,
Yeah.
and I don't have a charging cord available for my phone sitting here because I don't have
That's
a open plug. Yeah, I don't have an open plug. I have them all taken up. So if my phone dies, it usually don't get charged until I most of the time go to bed and get in there with that charger.
Yeah, it's got to be a real inconvenience.
Well, me, I'm not big on cell phones, honestly. I actually love
Right.
when my cell phone's dead. Other people don't, though.
I'm getting a bit better about my cell phone simply because I don't have to have it all the time. So now it's just, oh shit.
Yeah, that's me. As long as I have it on and charged where my wife can reach me during work hours if need be, via quote-unquote emergency, I'm
Yeah.
good. Other than that, I don't need a damn phone.
Well, for years I had to carry an extra phone for a pager, and then my last job I had a work phone I had to have. So
My kids are teenagers now. I don't need a phone for them. They'll be all right.
yeah, it's kind of.
Well,
Yeah,
you
they'll
mentioned
figure it
you
out.
mentioned, Doug, that you were retired. What did you used to do for work?
I've worked in IT for 17 years.
Nice.
Yeah,
should.
worked in IT, and before that I did construction and factory work type shit.
So
Assembly? Did you do any assembly work?
Like construction or like.
No, I'm talking about you said factory.
Oh
Was it
no,
just
I
straight up
worked in
factory work? Or?
I worked in a factory where we made corrugated boxes for several years.
Well, since you used to work in IT, and you know a bit about computers and shit, what's your thoughts on an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X CPU?
Actually, I looked at getting that one. I think that's the one that. Look, because there's like a Ryzen 5 that was actually.
One of them that's 8 core, I think.
Yeah, that's the 8-core. That's the one I was looking at. That I was actually gonna get until I decided, you know what? Because I'll eventually want to go bigger, and so I got the Ryzen 9 instead.
Well, the reason why I asked is because that's the one I have now, and I've had pretty good, a pretty
If
good
you got the
hardware
RAM
so
and
far.
everything, and the memory, should be all right.
I have
Yeah.
the
Right.
100.
Right now, I got like 64 gigs of RAM, but I'm gonna up it again to like 100 or so. Like whatever stacks on 64.
Yeah, this is the one I was thinking. Like, I've got the 5600X, and the price to the 5600X is a little bit cheaper and actually a little bit faster, despite being 2 less cores.
Yeah.
And it's like 4%, 4% better benchmarked.
I
Interesting.
mean, that's because of single core performance stuff. That's not multiple cores.
Well, overall,
It's gonna be fast.
overall it's 4% better, and it has a higher effective speed of 12%. But if you're running something like iRacing, then that 3700X is probably a little bit better. Just
Right.
because iRacing only
Well-
uses a single core.
And I've noticed too. Hi, baby. I've noticed too that I don't really have a lot of CPU headache when it comes to running anything. It was more it was either RAM for me, or it would be GPU bound, and now it's just GPU bound because my GPU's hitting 100% on a lot of stuff I run for its usage. Ryzen, or not Ryzen, a RX 590 GPU.
Radeon.
Yep.
Oh, yep, that's the AMD card.
Yeah, if you ask me, in my opinion, the only difference and downfall with those cards to like RTXs is airflow. So
Is that the
Is it
8
the
gig
brick?
version?
Yeah, I have an 8 gig RX 590.
XFX?
Yep. I want to get a, let's see, which one was it? Let me pull it up real quick as soon as I find it.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of games. The AMD cards were always made, graphics cards were always designed more around doing graphic design and shit like that, versus the NVIDIA cards have always been game specific. That's why the NVIDIA cards are consistently better and tend to work better with most games.
Yep.
Huh.
That's why I was AMD processor, NVIDIA graphics card. That's the way anybody that's building a PC, that's what I always tell them.
Yep.
Intel just nowadays is just, I mean, they've got some great processors, but when you go and compare them, the price value is just not there.
It's multitasking for Office.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard that the Intels are more reliable though.
No. Nowadays, I mean, way back when the Intel, or when AMD was first getting started, they had issues. But probably the last 5-10 years, the AMDs have been just as good, last just as long, and
See, I want to get the Radeon RX 6750 XT card.
I have a friend that has it that really likes it.
They do or don't?
They do. He really likes it.
Huh.
But
Have y'all heard of the AMD Threadrippers?
yep.
CPUs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. And honestly, that's another one that a lot of people aren't gonna. If you're just using a Threadripper for video games, you're better off with something a little bit cheaper, because it's not.
See, I figure with me having more RAM on my GPU, it would be better than not having enough RAM. Just because I'm using all 8 gigs of RAM on the card I have now, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's the way they're designed, or if it's just because it has only 8 gigs of RAM in it.
Yeah, it's a bit of both, but more so just having the 8 gig of RAM. I mean, there was a noticeable, when I went from 16 to 32 gigs, there was a noticeable difference. When I went from 32 to 64 gig of RAM, there was a noticeable difference.
But what about on GPU? Because the GPU I have now is 8 gigs. The one I want to go up to is 12 gigs.
Yep. That's at least what you want. You want to be I'd say 10 or higher. 12's where the money's at.
And see, the next GPU I get, I either want to do the FSX 6750 XT or the Gigabyte version of it, since I have a Gigabyte board.
Yeah. Are you playing with your horn DP?
Dude, this fucking hater build's got train horns on it, bro, and it
No.
intensifies the horns you have selected.
Oh, nice. Oh, shit.
And in Windows.
I'll be heading up your way soon.
You know what I think I might do is when the price drops a little bit more for one of these
Check the
two
mod
cards,
list.
but being the same model, I think what I'll end up doing is just waiting for the price to drop a little bit more, and then I'll end up probably buying one of those cards. Because the Gigabyte one that's open box right now is like 300 even, but I want to wait for it to drop a little bit more before I pull the trigger on one.
Whoa, turn around horse.
They're putting the hater build in, Nate, and taking the Viper and the 379X out. You don't have to rebuild your Vipers. When you put the hater build in, it'll now be titled hater. Your Viper will now be titled hater build.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And honestly, we could having a hater build. You don't need a fucking res build. But I have like 8 of them in my damn garage, and I don't want to build them. And
Yeah.
everybody in the community don't use external, so having a res built in is nice for a newcomer.
Yeah.
Oh. And I highly recommend the sound effects, that JC sound effects stuff.
I've heard a lot of people love that.
Don't. There's 2 different ones. Don't do the one with the aftermarket reverse beeper. Do the one with the original beeper. Because the aftermarket beeper, it's like an air reverse beat, where it's weird as shit. Sounds quite retarded.
Come on, horse.
Well, these guys are giving me a run for my money.
Hey, Kyle,
Time
do
to
you
get-
have an overlay like sim racing apps or anything?
No, not really. I mean, the way I do my quote-unquote overlays is just through OBS by itself, by setting up all my little scenes.
I was gonna say, for spotting, I just thought of that, but sim racing apps may help you quite a bit because you'll have all these different camera angles at a push of a button.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, it might help quite a bit, and it's a free download.
Is it like some like third-party software or what?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
free. You just look up sim racing apps, and you can't help but find it.
Oh. Sim racing what?
Apps.
Okay.
And it's just an executable. It'll make you, it probably make you update Java if you haven't recently, and then.
Oh, I see what you're saying here, because it shows different parts of the
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, you get a lot of options.
I was going to actually ask you, is this the same thing as what Aaron's using when he shows like the map on his track and
I'm not sure if he.
all that?
I don't remember if he's using that one or if he's using. Oh shit! I can't remember what the other.
Because the one he said he was using was paid for, but this looks like
he's either using SDK or. Hang on, let me look here because I don't remember what it's called.
So I'm assuming I just download this, but this leads me to the GitHub page. What's a download? I don't want to download the server. I just want.
Yes, you do. It's you want to download the server.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I don't remember why they named it like that. Well, it's because you can use it. You can literally run. There's a document that'll explain how, but you can actually go and run the app from a tablet or a phone or something and control the on-screen stuff.
Interesting. I found a .exe file that I think I'm over on, if it's the right one. Let me manually save this real quick on Spider-Man and hop out of game real quick. Yeah, I was wondering, because for me it would be really easy to tell where he's at on track having a real actual map to look at.
Yeah, and there's a map option. There's actually a spotter option, or there's a spotter thing that you can set up in there.
Huh. Okay.
Because when you open it up, it'll pop up a menu and you can choose all these different overlay components.
Huh. Yeah, on just using the standard cameras and all that through the spectating on iRacing was kind of a little bit difficult because I didn't really know that you can zoom out far enough, like even using the blimp view, just to zoom out far enough where it doesn't interfere with the rest of the track, but you can still see the driver and everything around him without zooming too far out. Yeah. But the way I wanted to do it was set the camera up so the left side of his car was going to be the bottom half of my screen, and all I had to do is follow his car all the way around on the same fixed screen. Download Java. But I couldn't figure out how to do that during racing, and, it was kind of iffy with trying to do all that during racing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the first race, I didn't do too good on the first half of the race on Saturday's race last week.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of zoned out real quick after just seconds of him starting the race, and that's what caused that first caution. And then Sunday's race, we did really good, where we did good for the whole first half of that race, and then right when somebody got into him a little bit, where he bounced off the wall and hit Aaron, I think it was on like lap 70 something, and he got into us. I didn't really see him creating an issue up until that point because I didn't know Aaron was trying to go up towards the wall there as well. But so when he went up against the wall, I mean, I really, like, even he said it really wasn't my fault based on where that car was at, because that car was trying to go up to the wall too, and at that point I didn't realize that, and then he spun Aaron out, and Yeah.
Well, Dover with a bunch of new drivers that aren't used to racing together.
Well,
probably not the best. Probably not the best option for the second race of the season, be at Dover.
Yeah, and I watched except the other tracks coming up so far. For now, up until Thanksgiving-ish to Christmas-ish, and I was looking at this week's track, and it's a lot more. That's the kind of track I like racing on out of any other track, because that track is an actual true track, in my opinion, where it's just a straight oval all the way around, and you have some speeds where you can get on the straightaways and just floor and
Yeah.
actually go. That's why I prefer that style of a track, because then your turns aren't as tight either. When you're going into turn 2, 3, and 4, even turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and turn 4. When you're going into those in and out of those turns, it's an easy transition all the way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on the second one a little bit, but not as bad as I did on that first race.
Shit happens. I've only spotted a couple of times. It's always been on a road course, so.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, I've only spotted I think twice, and both times were Daytona Road during the 24 hours.
Interesting. Yeah, I figure like having help with you two before this week's race would definitely help me out a lot, at least. Why is it having me download Java again?
Yeah, because it'll have multiple updates.
Like, I just installed it. Okay, there we go. Now that's actually running. And all it does is just run a command prompt window. Oh, here it is. So crew chief, pit control, crew chief large, crew chief. Yeah, it's a lot of different stuff.
Yep.
So what exactly am I looking at here through this?
I'd have to open it up, but you can look through there. The first section is just configurations that you can use by default.
Huh. Let me share my screen real quick and you can see what I'm seeing. Because this is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, so those are just different options, and if you scroll, I mean, those are like, hey, you can push this and it'll load everything. If you scroll to the bottom of that section, right, one of them says spotter / crew chief or something. Yeah, and it'll pop all that information up for you. And then you can just do individual things. Those are just individual components that you can choose from.
See, this is kind of cool looking at all this.
Yeah, it comes in handy.
Oh, right here's the tracks.
Yeah, and you can, there's an option to the left of every component to make it transparent. So if you click on that, if you open up the track and then click on transparent, then you don't have that white background on it.
And then load on startup too is another handy thing. So what's the frame option for?
So because it's Java based, it'll have it'll almost be like a border around it.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely would like to try this out today, because this would be cool to use.
Yeah, it comes in handy. Where the hell is the central stack of rocks?
What time do you go to dinner, by any chance?
She just told me she'd be home a little bit. Whoa.
Oh, that was a car.
Yeah, I guess.
They fly up and down through here like that.
Yeah, she's gonna be home. Oh shit, she's gonna be home in an hour. I got shit I gotta do. I gotta find this treasure and wrap it up.
Yeah. Test drive this race real quick. Oh yeah, because we're at the Indianapolis Speedway. See, this is the kind of track I like to do, is nice, easy curves around and having the longer straightaways.
The weird rock on top of it. Is this it? This might be it.
Downtime has been scheduled.
Oh, there it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, there should be an update to iRacing today.
Says there's downtime on November the 7th, though. And today's not the 7th.
Yeah.
So you said look for crew chief, and then what'd you say was crew chief and what?
I think it's a crew chief and spotter.
Oh, I don't see the spotter one just yet, but I see a bunch of other ones. Let's see here. I want to be able to actually test this without going in. What I'm wondering though is how do I get a bunch of this to pop up in game though, considering it's not.
Go to it, and when you open that screen with all the different options, just click on one of them. Just click on the picture of one of them.
Oh, like that?
Yep. There you go.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Okay. I didn't know that's how you actually do it.
Yeah.
So that's the fuel tank itself. And then if I want to close this window, how do you do that?
Just go to where the X would be on it, so upper right hand corner. It's a little tricky to find at times.
Thought I almost. I could just right click and close actually. Let's see. I definitely want to do. Oh, stream overlay. Let's check that out.
Where the hell was Three Sisters?
Wow.
Oh, I looked at it a minute ago.
Oh, that's kind of a cool dashboard looking deal there.
Yep.
But it's got my screen all messed up now.
Yeah, it takes a little setting up. It's wonky.
Let's go ahead and close that completely out. Oh, that's why, because it was an actual overlay. Spotter or broadcaster, 60.
Yep, there's multiple options. Alright. Let's see here. Where am I in relation to?
Let's try it out. Huh. Oh, I like this. Automatically loads the track in. That's kind of cool seeing the map like that.
Yeah.
Honestly. Let's move that out of the way and see how good that will. Oh, I do see myself in real time on track.
Mm-hmm.
That beeping's a little loud though, but
Yeah, you have to. Damn, I don't remember how to turn it off. I know that when you open it, that screen that pops up has a thing you can click on, and it tells you how to go adjust everything.
yeah. That's kind of cool though, seeing my race number on there and then everything I'm doing real time.
Yeah.
How much gas I'm giving, my speed, braking, turning radius, like that's pretty detailed.
It is.
It says I'm in cockpit view right now. So let's try this out. Chopper view. Oh, this is more spotter than that must be what that's for. Because I have a on my side here, I have different controls for cameras. It looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. There's even one that. There's even one thing that has camera and replay controls.
Right. I want to see. Hey, I can actually resize this so it's a bit bigger so I can see it too. So I can have this probably on my second monitor then.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I do with it.
Is it?
Yeah, when I use it, I have a lot of stuff off on my... If I'm using it for racing, I have the vast majority of stuff off on the sides and...
Huh.
On the two side monitors so nobody sees them, and then...
This is really interesting. I didn't know you could do this.
I hear puppy crying.
Oh, yeah. What is it, boy? Huh? Oh, what is you?
No, let's see.
Oh, now you want to be defensive. Here's something. I need to close out a couple of different windows because I got too much crap open.
Yeah, I've run into that problem.
Well, it's just hard to see, too, everything else that you're trying to do. Oh, man. Yeah, this would definitely be handy. I need to figure out if I could... Because I don't know if you want to help me test this real quick, being in a lobby yourself. Just going through the different camera modes just to see if I could set them up better.
Yeah, I'm getting back to town so I can get off. I have some stuff I have to do before Angie gets home, or I'm going to be in trouble.
Oh, I bet.
Because I've been sitting here playing now for, God, almost 4 hours.
Huh. That's a long time.
Yeah,
Let's see.
probably a little too long because my legs are, even though I've got up a couple of times, my legs are really starting to hurt.
Okay, so it does just show just the map then, too. If I really wanted it to.
Yeah, you can do just the map. You can do, what I usually do is on my left-hand screen, you know, if I'm broadcasting, which you're going to be in a similar situation because you're trying to spot, I have the camera controls and up there, and
Right.
the camera controls, having those handy and clickable is a lot easier than having to go select. Plus, it's got a rewind and fast forward function, so...
Yeah, I figure what I would do is just do the replay controls here, I think is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I want to do is have it just very few things on there, like the camera control and the map, just to see where everybody's at relative to him better. And the camera controls. And then being able to see his pedal controls too would help. But see, I'm wondering too, just spotting him, this would all show his info, right?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I think it would if... Okay, so if you sign into the session like you were going to race, then... No, it would not allow you to see the other driver, but...
Car number. I'm gonna do a few. I'm just doing a few of these for now, just to see if it'll eventually just show me his info only.
Alright. Yeah, play with it a bit, and you can use it in AI or sessions or anything, which is generally how I test stuff.
Huh.
So...
Well, at least appreciate the feedback on what to kind of use, because I didn't know something like this even existed.
Yeah, it comes in super duper handy.
I know he's using something, but he said he's got a paid version for
He's
a bunch
probably
of this.
using SimRacer Hub. Alright.
Which is probably got to be better.
I'm going to hop off here, and I'll holler at you when I know when I'll be back home, and see if we can
Alright,
set something
so
up.
Camera selector, I think, is that.
Yep, and that's what I use.
Alrighty.
All right, man. Have a good afternoon, buddy.
You too, man.
See you later.
Yep.
Thank you guys all so much for watching today. Hope you guys had some fun. We'll probably have something later tonight, and I know we'll have something tomorrow. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon, everybody.